New circle for the fighters of the 801 to break in live from the Masonic Temple in Salt Lake City. This is Fierce Challenger Series 17, presented by R&R Barbecue. Hi everyone, Blake O'Ruling alongside my guys Andrew Boquette, Jason Laporte, and fellas, no cage panels to peek through this evening. A nice new tone with this ring.
Have you ever seen a nicer ring in your life, Jason?
It's pretty nice. It's pretty awesome.
Dude, Fierce brought it last time at the Maverick Center, and now we're bringing it here again at the Masonic Temple with the nicest ring you're going to see in the Western United States, baby. Let's go.
Going to be incredible. Lucas Pino blew the roof off of this place back in May. And Jason, if he can put something together like that again, we got a problem out of the Pit SLC.
Yeah, we're going to have a big problem out of Pit SLC if he can duplicate that.
Andrew, he was unbelievable.
He looked fantastic, and this is a totally different thing, though, right? So this is going to be super exciting to see him in the setting.
Tyler Call, likely in the twilight of his amateur career, said he wants one more, this time in a kickboxing setting. He'll look to do so in the co-main event.
Yeah, I like that. Give him different looks, see how he does in this setting, and then maybe go pro in the MMA.
He's quite tenured, been around for a long time. We'll see if he can get back in the win column, get a little bit of confidence as he graduates up to the pro ranks.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's done a lot in his amateur career to get himself ready for his professional debut. And this is a cool way to right before he caps off his amateur career, I think, to do the thing which he loves, which is to hit people in the face.
Well, we've got a dozen and a half debuters looking to make their mark as well. Before that, some familiar faces on this card. We'll skim through some of their highlights as we get you primed for Fierce Challenger Series 17.
The energy in there, it was so fun that I know, we have to do this again.
Lucas Pino, welcome to Fierce Fighting Championship.
That was next level speed and power.
I'm just a sniper, man. If it's open, I'm gonna take it.
Jason, he looked good.
He looked really good. Very impressed.
That's why you like it, though. Being almost 50 years old. That sucks with my wife all the time.
What a card we have got live in Salt Lake City. Just about ready, set and staged in our brand new Fierce FC ring powered by R&R Barbecue. Looks as though Jackson Hoops is staged. We'll get it inside to him.
Fierce fans, for those of you tuning into the pay-per-view and for those of you in attendance here in Salt Lake City, Utah, welcome to the Fierce Fighting Championship Challenger Series. Tonight's event is sanctioned by the Pete Suazo Utah Athletic Commission with Executive Director Scott Bowler in attendance. Dr. Curtis Andrews is also cage-side this evening, along with timekeeper and scorekeeper Tracy Patillo. The judges for this evening are Dan First, Stephen Farragher, and Dennis McMahon. And the referee in charge when the fights begin will be Tyler Tomlinson. Fierce fans, we have a flag right up there, and we are moments away from our very first fight of the evening. But at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Fierce fans, we are now ready for what you all came here to see. 22 mixed martial artists, 11 total fights for one Fierce Fighting Championship evening. So Fierce fans, let the fighters in the back know that you are here. Put your hands together and make some noise! Our first fight of the evening is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, an official sponsor of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our first two fighters, Nathan Cabrera and then Carlos Hayes, to the ring.
Lots of time in the room to ramp up for a debut. Here is Nathan Cabrera. Jason, a rare occasion for him where Nathan didn't have to ask for an opportunity. He was asked to compete on this card.
Yeah, that's always nice when you get the call and you're not the one having to make the call. Excited to see what he brings tonight.
Nathan Cabrera, the fighter out of Empire MMA, had some fights in Ecuador growing up, said he won a few and lost a few. No concrete numbers cemented, but this is the first time we'll put pen to paper on his record.
Yeah, it's always hard to say when you got guys coming from different countries, and you never quite know what you're going to get. Sometimes these guys come over, they say they're 0-0, and they fought 134 times, right? And so it'll be interesting to see what we get here.
Nathan Cabrera, training for about 5 years at this point, and all around very active person, says he likes to participate in mountain biking, soccer, and volleyball outside of his time in the gym. Again, the Cedar City fighter, Josiah Simpson, in his corner alongside Steve Ergel. Josiah Simpson fighting in our co-main event on October 3rd at Fierce Fighting Championship 43.
Only in this year.
Well, the Muay Thai reps keep racking up for Carlos Hayes. Andrew, his first time at Fierce, but an incredibly active resume at just 21 years of age.
Yeah, 3-1, that's an awesome record. Obviously, that's a lot of Muay Thai fights, too. Like, most of the time, guys aren't getting that many Muay Thai fights unless they're specifically wanting to cater their career towards that art, which obviously he is.
All right, we hit play at lightweight with our tail of the tape. 1 year gap in age, 1 inch gap in height, both lean to Cabrera. All clear on the lightweight scale as Hayes sits at 3-1. Cabrera puts it on paper again for the very first time. Inside to the ring we go. Looks as Hoops is ready to go as well. We'll kick it to him.
Fierce fans, this fight is an amateur Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, making his amateur Muay Thai debut. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 154.5 pounds. Fighting out of Empire MMA, hailing from Cedar City, Utah, by way of Cuenca, Ecuador, Nathan Cabrera. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur Muay Thai record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 155.5 pounds. Fighting out of Fight City SLC, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, by way of Brasilia, Brazil, Carlos Hayes. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Carlos Hayes kicks things off. In the red gloves, Nathan Cabrera, the man across the cage, in the blue. This amateur lightweight Muay Thai bout is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, keeping prices low and powering your greatness. Rocky Mountain Power, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. 3 2-minute rounds throughout the entirety of this evening. A little bit of heat to start things off between the two lightweights. Nice combinations upstairs for Hayes. Both guys putting a lot of sauce on those strikes early, Andrew.
Yeah, Cabrera's landed a couple good leg kicks and gets one returned right there.
Hayes often launches into action. Not a whole lot of feeling out process for him. Likes to flood the face with strikes. We're seeing that early on, about 35 seconds into round number 1.
That was a beautiful body shot into the leg kick by Hayes there. Cabrera's really trying to chop that front leg.
He's been successful at it so far.
Yeah, I don't think a single one's been checked.
Says he really wants to prove his abilities in there to his peers and all those that he trains with. Showing off nicely right now, but an elbow peppered in by Hayes.
I love these Muay Thai kickboxing cars because it is
They're
all
fun.
gas, no brakes.
Yeah, not a whole lot of defense to be had in these matches.
No, we don't have to worry about this going to the ground.
Nice chiming leg kick. Enters in for Cabrera on the exit. A couple of knees as well. Hayes is eating them. It's all smiles on his end.
Good knees being landed here in the clinch by Hayes. On that left side of the body to Cabrera. Cabrera looks really determined to try to injure that front leg of Hayes.
Soften that base a little bit as you go throughout the entirety of this matchup.
Hayes is starting to pour it on a little bit here with the punches.
Lots of action on both sides. Big moments for both. Jason, your thoughts on round one?
Yeah, great competitive first round. Both had their moments. I felt slight edge for Reese in that first round.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think that he did a little bit more effective with his strikes. Cabrera landed some good shots, but almost everything was to the leg. Not quite as damaging as some of the shots that Hayes was landing. You know, I got to think the thing that really MMA is the big thing here in Utah, right? And this is, I think, what we're going to be seeing for the majority of the night for these Muay Thai fights. The thing that really delineates Muay Thai from MMA striking is the emphasis on the clinch, right? And I would think that if you were a Muay Thai fighter, you would want to really push that, because probably my guess is Cabrera probably wants to be an MMA fighter, right? He's doing this to get some experience. And so I would think that Hayes would want to try to push that part of his expertise a little bit more. And you did see him initiating with more of the clinches, certainly through the vast majority of the elbows that were thrown during that round. I wonder if that's what his corner is going to be telling him to do here, initiate more of those clinches.
A lot of guys sharing that stance of trying to get some striking reps before they come to the MMA world. But Carlos Hayes getting straight into action for frame number two.
You're starting to see a little bit of skill discrepancy there where Reese seems to have a slight advantage in the Muay Thai department.
Again, both guys do have experience. 3-1, the record for Carlos Hayes. His last win was in October of 2023. As for Nathan Cabrera, has some work off of the books, but no concrete number.
Looked like Hayes was setting up a sweep there for a minute, but he's happy to punch his way out.
He has been A-grade in terms of initiating trips in the past. We'll see if he can put together another one with about 70 seconds to go round two.
Cabrera looked over at his corner, and Reese caught him looking.
Fast action by both.
Hayes has landed some really, really great teep kicks here in this fight. His front leg teep kick is very, very nice.
Another note, Carlos Hayes, down to the lightest he's ever been. All of his previous bouts have been between 160 and 170. Last night tipping the scales at 155.5, so might have a little bit of a size discrepancy as well in there, Andrew.
Yeah. That's going to play into these clinches, and Hayes definitely winning this round much more so than he did the first.
Battering upstairs nicely as the Fight City fighter.
I'm not sure why Cabrera keeps looking over at his corner for some reason. I don't know if it's he can't hear them, but that's the second time I've seen him look over to his corner and get caught.
Yeah, typically not a good sign. Typically not a good sign. I don't want to speculate too much because Cabrera's a tough guy, but a lot of times when you see stuff like that, it's the fighters looking to get out of there.
Strong round for the Fight City fighter and Carlos Hayes. As for Nathan Cabrera, we will see how he looks as we head into the third and final.
If you were in the mansion parking lot, you have a red Honda CR-V, move it. If you have a Toyota Sienna, a gray one, please move it. If you have a white Chevrolet with license plate 901 GL, you better move it. Please move your vehicles or they will be towed.
Back over in the Empire MMA corner. And Andrew, you kind of talked a little bit about it near the tail end of that round, but certainly trying to piece something together. Round one looked solid. Round two certainly going the other side of the ring.
Yeah, Hayes really started to take over. He seems to have a little bit too much power with his upper body shots. It's throwing Cabrera off. I was saying, sometimes when a guy looks over to his corner, he wants out. But I will say, other than that, I'm not seeing any body language from Cabrera at all that he wants out of this fight.
No, he doesn't look tired. He keeps coming forward. Ultimately, Hayes seems like the more complete fighter tonight.
And is it maybe just the overwhelming pressure and offense that Hayes is posing?
Yeah, potentially, because he could just be getting confused. Like, I don't really know how to handle this. And Hayes is looking like a little bit more control and composed here. Beautiful kick.
Beautiful question mark kick and elbow. Hayes is just putting it all together tonight.
Highlight reel for Hayes early on, round three.
Man, Cabrera just ate it, though. I was just going to say what I would really like to see out of Hayes in this next round where he's got so much control is some of those sweeps.
Certainly a good one. Another top shelf kick from the front. Certainly running away with this one in round three. Carlos Hayes has looked so good in minutes 2 through 5. Trying for another shot. Aims up high again. Carlos Hayes.
Cabrera is as tough as they come. He is eating these shots.
He is. In Hayes' corner's calling for sweeps now. Cabrera is looking like he's in bad shape here. Body language is not good. I'm wondering how long until Tyler's going to give him a standing 8 count rather.
And he keeps coming forward. He tried to throw a spinning elbow there. Just a little too much from Carlos Reese tonight.
All of his bouts have gone to the scorecards, but he's pieced together a couple that could close things out. Carlos Hayes looking new and improved after quite a long layoff. Last fight, April of 2024, he lost to Darian Orvin.
I bet that was a fight.
Certainly was. Lots of action in that one. Looked good in it as well. Another grazing shot. Bullseyes right on the chin of Cabrera, but he keeps coming forward.
He keeps trying to sweep. I think his corner's calling for a sweep.
Cabrera's got a lot of heart, man. After all those shots he's taken, he's still pushing forward. Carlos's corner's calling for the finish.
Well, what a way to close out fight number one. Carlos Hayes seems to be a new name that we all are going to keep track of.
Yeah, write this kid's name down. He performed beautifully tonight.
He looked great. He controlled the whole fight. I mean, right from the beginning, I thought he won the first round. The first round was by far the closest round, but as soon as Hayes kind of got into his rhythm and found his timing, it was the Carlos show.
21 years of age, born in 2004, and again, likely to move to 4-1 after a performance like that. And you've got to wonder what he does next, and also why he was gone for so long. Hopefully we see him a little bit more consistently on these fierce cards. Carlos Hayes, a whole lot of fun in the first fight. As for Nathan Cabrera, durable, and that first round looked solid as well, Andrew.
He looked great in that first round. It just seems like as the fight went on, the experience and the ability that Carlos had to vary his strikes, right? He showed knees, elbows, kicks, question mark kicks. He was going low. He was going high. He was throwing sweeps. Cabrera, basically, his entire offense existed of punches and low kicks, right? And it was just Carlos just had a little too much for him to handle. Plus the forward pressure that you talked about. It was a really good showing. Really, really good showing by Carlos. But, Cabrera did a great job as well. He hung in there and took his licks.
All right, looks like scorecards are in hand. We'll go to hoops.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Carlos Hayes.
Oh yeah. Got your mouthpiece out? Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Carlos Hayes. Carlos, beautiful performance tonight. Striking was on point. Was that what you expected tonight?
Yeah, it was. I had the best team in the Valley, baby. Fight City, the Lion Flow, homie. The Lion Flow. Hey, huge shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Please, guy, he's the only one that can transform your life, all right? Give your life to him while you have time. Please, I beg you that. I want to see you guys in the heaven with me there, kicking some ass. No, I'm kidding.
What's next for you? Are we going to see you back in the ring, or are we going to see you in the cage?
Well, all of that depends on Zach. I love Muay Thai, I love do that, but maybe, who knows? Future, MMA, we have Carlos Prates, Alex Pereira, they're all my inspiration. They all started Muay Thai, kickboxing, and then moved to MMA. So maybe you guys can see me here fighting in the ring as well, on the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Carlos Hayes.
He's fun to watch fight, isn't he?
One of the best we've ever seen in the history of Fierce Fighting Championship. What a summer for the Park City Fighter.
You hear my coach October, I'm ready to get back in here.
Who's the Utah boogeyman now, huh?
He knew how tough he was.
It's just brute strength by T. Vigil. Dominant performance.
Changes the course of his career 2 in a row.
Boogeyman who? Boogeyman who?
So Carlos Hayes, maybe MMA in the future. He says it's all up to Zach Partridge. Would certainly love to see that guy in some small gloves. Someone who already does have some MMA reps is Jesus Graterol, who is moving down to light heavyweight to welcome Gavin Bingham to the squared circle.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is brought to you by FST Filtration, the official air filter of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, Gavin Bingham and then Jesus Graterol, to the ring.
A new challenge for a fresh face. Here is Gavin Bingham. Andrew, a 6'3" light heavyweight, poses problems for just about anyone he'll go up against.
Yeah, that's a big boy, and he's certainly going to have a pretty big height advantage tonight over his opponent.
6'3" to 5'11" for Jesus Graterol. Knees and elbows could be fun for a guy like him. Here is Jesus Graterol. Jason, his third walk in 4 months. No one has been more active than him this summer and early fall.
Yeah, I love it. I love to see it. I love see him getting in here, trying some Muay Thai. I love that he's getting his weight in check. Everything about this kid. He's going to be bringing it tonight.
Yeah, he's been getting help with Ferguson Nutrition to drop the weight. He mentioned to me how dedicated he is to making this a career. He told me, I really want this. When talking about combat sports at large, he's been on 3 out of the last 5 shows. He's certainly showing it.
Hey, it showed last night on the scales, too. He looks in great shape tonight.
Jesus Graterol out of Rise Boxing in Park City. Side by side we go for these two 19-year-olds with our tale of the tape presented by R&R Barbecue. Bingham, the bigger body at 6'3", both settle well under the light heavyweight limit as each end of the ring looks to rope their first Muay Thai victory. All right, with that, Mike is hot. Let's go to hoops.
Fierce fans, this fight is an amateur Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur Muay Thai debut. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 201.5 pounds. Fighting out of WMA, hailing from Bountiful, Utah, Gavin Neanderthal Bingham. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur debut. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 202.5 pounds. Fighting out of Rise Boxing and Classic Fight Team, hailing from Ciudad Bolivar, Venezuela, Jesus Graterol. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Back again is Jesus Graterol set to swing in the red gloves. Gavin Bingham reacts in the blue gloves. This amateur light heavyweight Muay Thai bout is brought to you by FST Filtration, the official air filter of Fierce FC.
I was just going to say, Bingham is looking a little bit loose here. His hands are a little low. Jesus is going to hit him with these overhand shots if he doesn't tighten this up. And Jesus looks phenomenal, by the way. He has lost a lot of weight.
He looks really good.
Good for him. You love it when you see these young guys come in and a little bit overweight, right? A little bit soft. Still got a little bit of work to do, obviously, but he's really shaped himself up quite a bit, and it's cool to see that.
Made his MMA debut here at the Masonic Temple in May of this year. Fought in July in MMA as well, and now his Muay Thai debut commences. Nice early start for both.
Bingham was doing a good job at the start of the fight, popping that jab out there, but Jesus, once he gets inside, thundering overhand right hand so far.
Clawed the chin already a couple of times, Andrew.
Yeah, Bingham, I'm looking at his face when he's getting hit. He doesn't like, I mean, it sounds stupid, right? Who likes getting hit?
Oh, nice 1-2 by Bingham. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, certainly had his moments, though, early on in round one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bingham throwing with some bad intentions.
Got some blood coming out of the nose of Jesus.
Yeah, he's popped that jab out there. He's hit Jesus with that a few times now.
That right leg kick to the body, he's landed 3 or 4 times for him so far. That's a good shot. Bingham's got some red starting to show up on his body from it.
Size
Nice
discrepancy is staggering right now as well, fellas. 4-inch discrepancy between the two.
Story of this fight for Bingham is going to be his jab. He's got to sit on that thing.
And he has been so far. I'm actually very impressed with Bingham.
That's the kind of stuff that's going to get him in trouble. He's got to keep some range on Jesus.
Now Jesus is cracking.
Down with the first knockdown of the night. Jesus Gratero will score it late round one.
Marco Sanchez in the corner, you telling Jesus, as soon as this referee's out of your way, you go after him. He's looking over at us smiling. I love to see it.
Well, what a way to close out the round for Jesus Gratero. But certainly some highlights as well for Gavin Bingham. Like you mentioned, Jason, a solid game plan out of WMA in Ogden, Utah.
Yeah, he was using his reach, using his length beautifully at the start of the round, and then Jesus, once he got in close, started landing those combinations and dropped Bingham at the end of that round.
Jesus Gratero over in the corner alongside MG Valinga and Marco Sanchez. He seems attentive and he seems fresh. We'll see how the gas tank looks in the second frame.
Blake, I like Jesus Gratero.
I love this guy, and he reminds me of you. Except he fights a lot more than you.
He fights a lot more. Yeah, he fights a lot more. Yeah. he's in the ring. He's showboating. He's throwing his hands up. He's smiling at us. He's hearing me say he's going to go after him. He's looking at us, smiling, wiping the blood off of his face. I like this kid. This makes it fun.
No, and I know that you would. He comes with such a competitive edge, not just to gain experience. He really does. Every time I talk to him, he talks about wanting to be the best. This isn't just a local fun thing for him that he's going to do in his early 20s. He wants to continue on for years and years in this thing and make it a career.
You know, the most important thing is that you got to like it. You got to love it, right? Nick Diaz famously said, you got to like it so much that you train so hard that you hate it. And if you can't hate it, good luck ever trying to love it. And he seems like he loves it, man.
Looks like he's got some confidence as well as we kick off round number 2. Gratero putting together some nice combinations, but Bingham working up top.
When they are inside like this, man, it is all Jesus. This is exactly where he needs to hang out. And Bingham has got to make space and keep Jesus away with his jab. He's got to throw long, straight shots.
Couple knees below the belt there.
Again, amateur Muay Thai. Elbows and knees are legal to the body.
Just not below the belt.
Exactly.
Bingham just wanted to show off some of his Krav Maga techniques there. Beautiful display.
Gavin Bingham again making his debut. He is one of 18 debuters in their respective sports. We do have plenty of MMA veterans like Tyler Call as well on this card, but for the most part, first-timers will be populating that Fierce FC ring this evening. Lots of names to look forward to. Tyler Tomlinson is a busy man as well. He is the third man in the ring for every single matchup this evening, as it looks like the cobwebs are shaken off, and we get back to the action round number 2.
Ooh, Jesus comes out with a big right hand.
Nice bruising shot to the ribs as well by Gratero as he continues to headhunt.
Good pressure here from Jesus. He needs to keep that up. It is tough, though. You know, you don't want to get tired and then have to stand in the middle of the ring with a guy who's 5 inches taller than you. That could be dangerous as well. So
Tight guard by Bingham to the body as Graterol aimed for the midsection once again moments ago. Spinning attack as well by the Park City fighter. Jason, that could be really fun if he starts to put that into his bag more often.
Oh yeah, and that looked like it landed right on the button too.
that was a great back kick on his part. Very nice. Definitely seeing some Marco Sanchez in there.
I know these guys are tired for fighting almost 2 rounds, but Bingham needs to get back to utilizing that jab as he did in the first round because he's effective with it.
Yeah, if I was in Bingham's corner, I'd say cut out the left hook, no more kicks. You need to throw straight punches because when he does, just like he just did there, they land. His straight right is landing, his jab is landing.
Yeah, that 2 has been really effective.
Yeah, very good, but he's not going to it enough. And when he throws these looping punches, he's allowing Jesus to throw linear shots that are getting to him. Oof, that one could have put the lights out.
More showmanship from Graterol in round number 2. We will head to a third and final. Couple more Muay Thai bouts after this one. Arsha Hashimi and Ammon Harding waiting in the wings alongside Joey Scott and Christopher Paylais, not to mention plenty of kickboxing coverage as well. Fellas, I wanted to pose this to you when we had a little bit of time. We'll take it during the round break. What do you prefer, Muay Thai or kickboxing? I'll go to Jason first.
I like the knees and elbows. Give me the Muay Thai.
To watch, is that what you're asking me? To watch. I prefer. It's funny. I prefer kickboxing if it's in the big gloves, but if it's in the small gloves, like we see over in Japan or Taiwan, right, Singapore, I like the small glove Muay Thai, and I think that is probably the most fun combat sport in the world to watch, including MMA. Like when those guys fight with the little gloves in Muay Thai, there's nothing like it.
Jesus Graterol looks to be up 2 rounds to none. Jason, your thoughts on how he's looked and how he's developing as a striker? He began competing just a few months ago.
Yeah, he's doing all the right things. He's closing the distance on the bigger, longer fighter, closing the distance, landing big shots. He's throwing some kicks. He's showing how well-rounded he is tonight.
Round 3 brought to you by FST Filtration, the official air filter of Fierce FC. Nice. Early on combination. He is so crisp in there right now. Body, head, like you always say, Andrew.
Yes, sir. He is dangerous at the beginning of these rounds. He's done the same thing every single time. Goes right out, puts Bingham against the ropes, and starts swinging.
And Jason, he'll be 20 in 2 weeks. Still a teenager in there right now.
That is awesome.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about age right now. Bingham, every time he throws a punch or is getting ready to get hit, he winces.
Some wires crossed. Jesus Graterol says, let's play on. Clocking shot. Thrown over the top by the Ogden fighter.
And for 19 years old, Bingham showing a lot of heart.
Bingham, one of 2 out of World Martial Arts on this card. His teammate Hayden Griffin will kick off.
That body kick hurt him.
The main card for us. Nice body shot, like mentioned.
Yeah, that kick to the body on the right side of Bingham.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
No.
Looks like we got a knee up the middle.
Okay, Zeus might have just need to take a little breather there for a second.
An eye for an eye, I would say, right? We had it in round 2. We don't have it. That's okay if we don't. Again, has a little bit of time. 42 seconds remain in this bout. Gavin Bingham looks to get his wits back about him. Quick warning on the side of Tyler Tomlinson in regard to Jesus Graterol. Andrew, how hard is it to keep that in the forefront of your mind when you're just trying to land strikes?
It's pretty tough, especially in a Muay Thai setting, because you don't think about it, right? You're throwing a knee, someone else throws a kick at the same time, your leg's up. The thing that they were trying to knee in the first place is now moved over, and so a lot of times in this type of setting, it truly is very accidental, and it can just happen sometimes.
Looks like the health bar is back up as we will close out round number 3. Bingham starts off hot.
Jesus not interested in decisions.
Never seems to be, again, comes with so much intensity, but also so much self-belief. And we see him turning into a solid prospect that a lot of people are looking forward to seeing in the future.
I was going to say, Jesus has done a great job going to the body. Bingham's hands have dropped to cover up those spaces so he doesn't get hit there anymore. And now Jesus needs to go back up to the head. Big deep breath by Bingham here. 10-second clapper. He's telling him, let's throw.
Okay, let's go.
Mano y mano, late round number 3, Graterol unloading. Quick show of respect by the Park City fighter, who seems to be a guy who continues to build on his skill sets, Jason.
I love watching him fight, full of energy, constantly getting better, and obviously taking it serious with the drop in the weight, taking his fitness serious. Looking forward to seeing this kid back in either the squared circle or the cage.
Andrew, where do you think you'd like to see him more so, in the ring or in the cage?
MMA, hands down. not even a question for me.
Okay.
I love all combat sports, but MMA is that is the bread and butter. And to me,
that's a place where you grow the most, right?
100%, yeah, because it's everything, right? I want to see him do everything. If there's one sore spot for Jesus, we know this, right? His grappling is, I don't want to say weak, but it's a thing he's not as good at. I want to see him there.
Right, and we called that fight in July in which he lost to Parker Ray Beglin. Took a lot of clocking shots. Took those on the chin. Where he did struggle was the grappling. If he can really hone that, again, a problem, because on the feet, as we saw there, passes the test with flying colors.
Yeah, and those shots that he was landing tonight in little gloves, you're not surviving those. You're going to sleep.
Kicks up top as well. Teeps for Jesus Graterol.
Yeah, man, for fighting the guy that was so tall, he was getting those kicks up there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Again, 5'11" versus 6'3". Let's make it official with hoops.
Bears fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-26, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Jesus Graterol.
Got your mouthpiece out? Yeah, please. Oh. We'll let Marco get it for you. Hey, brother, how are you? Let's face this. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. What about you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with their winner, Jesus Graterol. Jesus, little change of scenery tonight, getting in the squared circle. How did it feel tonight to do a Muay Thai bout?
I felt great. I feel like I really worked hard for this. I want to say thank you to my coaches, to my opponent, to everybody who showed up. And I love you, Salt Lake. What's up?
So I got to ask, you get a big win tonight. What's next for you? Are we going to see you back in the ring, or are we going to see you back in this cage?
I like the ring, but honestly, I want to come back to the cage, baby.
Well, I know a guy that can make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up your winner, Jesus Graterol. Congratulations.
Here at Rocky Mountain Power, we're dedicated to delivering the safe, reliable power you count on. We're proud of our industry-leading reliability, but we're always pushing to do better. That's why we're out working every day to ensure that everything is operating smoothly and ready for all seasons, from winter weather to summer heat and everything in between. It's all part of honoring our commitment to you and delivering the power you need. See how we make it happen at rockymountainpower.net/reliability.
Hi, I'm Jason Laporte, Fierce Fighting Championship commentator and General Sales Manager at Performance Honda in Bountiful. We are the fastest growing Honda dealership in the state, and we have one of the largest certified pre-owned inventories in the state of Utah. Our service department has master technicians with over 100 years experience collectively.
Bienvenidos a Performance Honda Bountiful, donde los atendemos en español y les ponemos una sonrisa todos los días.
Visit us at 2215 South 500 West or performancehondabountiful.com.
Scan the QR code on your screen for access to Fierce FC's digital program. Get the inside scoop on every fighter making the walk tonight, as well as additional information on future shows. So Jesus Graterol comes away with the decision win. We talked so glowingly about him. A couple another high ceilings in Arsha Hashimi and Ammon Harding. Hashimi makes his fierce debut. He has been getting reps in all over the state over the past 12 months. As for Ammon Harding, he is a new face out of Idaho Falls.
Fans, our next fight of the evening is brought to you by Pat's Media Productions, the official pay-per-view and media production of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next 2 fighters, Ammon Harding and then Arsha Hashimi, to the cage, to the ring.
All right, second Muay Thai walk for Idaho's Ammon Harding. Andrew, he mentioned how vital it is to be the aggressor and come out swinging early following a decision loss in August of last year.
Yeah, sometimes, you get out there and you think you're going to have a little bit more feeling out process than you're going to have. You only have 3 2-minute rounds, right? You got to kind of go after and get after it, because if the other guy is not interested in that feeling out process, sometimes you don't have the time to recover. So, yeah, 100%. You got to go out there and get after it.
Training for 4 years primarily in Louisville, Kentucky at Two Brothers Muay Thai. Got to Team Lionheart a couple of months ago. Weston Barnes, Aaron Jennings in the corner for the Idaho talent. Well, he debuted alongside an ace and now eyeing a win of his own is Arsha Hashimi. Jason, a guy out of your neck of the woods in Sierra MMA. Arsha, one of the hardest workers in a room full of them.
You just said it, one of the hardest workers in the room. I see him in the gym every day, always putting it in. I swear the kid never has a smile on his face. I'm excited to see him in the ring tonight.
Let's look at the intangibles. Harding is 7 years senior and 4 inches taller. The featherweights greenlit on the commission scale as both bid for their first Muay Thai victories. Looks as though we're ready to press start on this one. Here is Jackson Hoops.
Fierce fans, this is an amateur Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner. Holding an amateur Muay Thai record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 145 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Team Lionheart, hailing from Louisville, Kentucky, Ammon Bobcat Buzzard Harding. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also holding an amateur Muay Thai record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Sierra MMA, hailing from Sandy, Utah, Arsha Hashimi. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Fight 1 at Fierce for Arsha Hashimi. He wears red gloves. Ammon Harding opposes in blue gloves. This amateur featherweight Muay Thai bout is brought to you by Pat's Media, the official pay-per-view and media partner of Fierce FC. Fast start for Ammon Harding.
Harding
really investing in those kicks.
Yeah, bad intentions with those kicks.
Just like he said he was going to do, right?
Big swing and a miss for Hashimi just moments ago. All action out of the Idaho fighter early.
Big speed discrepancy here so far as the kicks are concerned.
Yeah, and this is where you talked about, you mentioned it, about coming out with a fast start. Ammon coming out with a very fast start.
Yeah, thought he had done enough in that decision, but ended up going the other way from the judges and said that that is the key component to this one, is not allowing that to happen once again. We're seeing him turn his words into action right now, early round 1.
Yeah, that can really fire guys up when you lose a decision that you feel like you won.
Trying to debut a couple of elbows as well.
Against a kick-heavy game like this, Arsha needs to really sit down on his punches and throw right down the middle. Ammon just much busier out of the 2 fighters so far, but a good shot there.
Buckled for a moment by the strike of Hashimi, the biggest of his side so far in the round.
It was almost like he was listening to Andy there, throwing that big shot, and he did, and he connected.
Another echoing kick lands for Harding. Hard to keep up with how much he's throwing.
Yeah, he's probably thrown more kicks than anything, hasn't he?
For sure.
You know, there exists this, I don't want to say a paradox, but it's sort of interesting when you're talking about defending against kicks, because traditional knowledge in Muay Thai says that you need to check them, right? But when you're dealing with a 3-round fight that's only 2 minutes, it's really not enough time unless someone really has a hellacious kick to do a lot of damage. So then you ask yourself the question, do I want to block the kick or do I want to counter the kick, take the kick, and then return with a shot of my own, right? I'm from the Jeremy Horn camp, and so we've always been trained that you take the leg kick and then you trade that for a punch to the face, right?
Yeah.
You make that trade all day. And that, in my opinion, is what Arsha needs to do here coming out in the second round. He needs to just accept that those kicks are coming, sit down on his punches, and throw them right down the middle.
I agree.
For Arsha Hashimi, MMA is certainly the long-term goal, just establishing his striking with plenty of shelf life, just 19 years of age and has a super high ceiling. A very high-level wrestler over at Brighton High School. He was the captain on his team his senior year, won most valuable wrestler as well.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that. He's in there wrestling. I think it's with his sister. Every Sundays I see him at open mat working on his wrestling. He's working on his striking. The kid's always in there working.
It's been a swelled-up schedule this past year. His 4th combat walk inside of a year, averaging a fight every 3 months. He is 1-1 in kickboxing. He is 0-1 in Muay Thai. He's looking to get his first notch in the win column as we head into round number 2. And sprinting out to the center is the Sandy fighter, Jason.
Yeah, he'll need a little more volume in the second round. There we go. Nice elbow.
Body sweep there by Arsha, I think, or it just got there by accident.
And Harding doing more of what he did in round number 1, not putting his foot off of the pedal just yet.
Nice
Works
big
so
overhand.
fluidly, but beautiful chop on the chin for Hashimi. Sorry, Jason, I cut you off.
Yeah, I was going to say nice overhand for Hashimi, but I'm not seeing enough volume out of him right now. It's Harding with the volume.
Whoa, beautiful spinning heel kick there.
Harding answered back with his own, but the oohs and ahs come by way of the Sierra MMA fighter.
Yeah, Harding's kicks, not a lot of pop in those kicks and Harding's kicks as they were in the first round.
They're still landing flush, I feel like, Andrew.
No, absolutely they are, yeah, for sure.
Nice big overhand again by Arsha.
Just a little fatigue, I think, setting in, so they're not quite as poppy.
And he's pushing the pace now, too.
Nice spinning attack by Arsha.
Yeah, Arsha's feeling it.
That pressure, the pressure. You saw it in the first round. You just didn't see the volume, but now you're seeing the volume with the pressure.
I think a lot of what we're seeing right now is fatigue on Ammon. He's got a big open mouth, taking big, deep breaths. I was wondering this because you cannot just throw kicks like that and not expect to be tired.
Cardio certainly has to be in a good place. It looks to be so as we head into the third and final by way of Arsha Hashimi, who is starting to really turn the tides.
Yeah, we could be 1-1 going into this third round. Great competitive round.
Yeah, I concur. I definitely think we're 1-1 going into this. Ammon landed some good shots there, but I think Arsha definitely landed the more punishing strikes.
I think Harding's, like you said, getting a little fatigued there from that first round. He's breathing heavy. Arsha's taking a couple deep breaths in the corner.
I'll mention this when we posted that Lucas Pino was the only fighter to come away with a KO in our last kickboxing show. Ammon commented that he would be the second. Has 2 minutes to do so, but he's been so well studied up on the guy. He gave me a very detailed breakdown of what Arsha does well, knew of all of his pros and cons, and looked like he did really solid in the first round, but like we mentioned, might be 1-1, and judges' scorecards that could be very, very narrow at the moment.
That fatigue sets in, it gets all of us.
You know, to Jason's point about how often he sees Arsha in their training, he doesn't look very tired at all right now.
No.
He actually looks very, very fresh. Ammon, on the other hand, does not. Yeah. He looks pretty tired. And so I'm interested to see what Arsha does here.
And, Jason, I will say this forever. Sierra MMA, in terms of cardiovascular, they have got to be the top gym in this state in terms of the pressure and the amount of volume that they get in those workouts.
Yeah, pressure. We're always working in there.
Honorable mention to Excite.
Excite MMA, certainly one as well. Just the style in which the training happens is more what I mean, Jason.
Sure. Good job landed there by Ammon.
Arsha's found something in that spinning kick.
Arsha needs to push him back and stay on him.
Yeah, he can't let Ammon get the volume off that he had in that first round.
Seeing a little bit of that Brighton High School wrestling early on in round number 3.
So that position was done on purpose in round 1. Oh, good
Couple
shot.
big swings.
Both landed.
And I'll tell you, those sweeps don't necessarily hurt, but it's exhausting
And
picking yourself up.
Yeah,
off the
you got to
mat.
get up. You still
Yeah.
has to get up off the mat. Arsha shaking his head, nope. But he's got to throw.
Tight guard by Hashimi. More spinning work by him as well.
Nice knee to the body by Hashimi.
And for a guy with a grappling base, his striking is really filling in beautifully, Andrew.
Yeah, he looks great. He looks phenomenal. He's putting on good pressure here. Arsha needs to just sit down a little bit, not throw anything super hard, 70% punches, if that, and then rip one when he sees an opening. I think he'll potentially get a finish here.
Yeah, the body's paying off.
20 seconds before we see scorecards by the Pete Swazo Utah Athletic Commission.
And Ammon is exhausted.
He
man.
is exhausted.
He's doing his best and lands a right hand and it left followed up.
Nice teep to the body by Hashimi. And
Right on the buzzer as they swing and close out round number 3. What a fight between these two.
What a finish.
Elbow pads have been good to us through 3 fights. We will go to the scorecards.
It's going to be a tough third round. They both had their moments there.
Before the end, that last like 10, 15 seconds, Arsha 100%, but Ammon put in a lot of work there towards the end of that round.
Well, we're about to find out here shortly.
Andrew, I'll mention about Ammon Harding. He told me that he was going to be overwhelming and suffocating. Certainly was in the first round and peppered it in throughout rounds number 2 and 3. The question is, did he get it done?
Yeah, man, I don't know. The second round was the most definitive to me, and that was all Arsha. It'll be interesting to see here. Good scrap, though. Entertaining.
Fantastic. Really good so far. Carlos Hayes, Nathan Cabrera, Gavin Bingham, Jesus Graterol. This one lived up to the hype as well, and Arsha Hashimi looks to be another guy that many Fierce fans can look forward to. His striking is solid. His wrestling is already A grade. We will see what the future looks like for him in terms of whether he's in the big gloves or the small gloves.
Has Arsha fought in MMA yet?
Not yet, no. They're really trying to hone in on his striking so that he can utilize his wrestling, which is so top tier, when he needs to, but not be the only thing that it goes to whenever things get tough inside the cage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good strategy, man. If you have a weakness in one area, it's definitely good to get as much experience there as possible. I'd be really excited to see him in a cage, though.
Trey McCoy, Pedro Sierra doing a great job with him over at Sierra MMA, one of the new names out of that gym. As for Ammon Harding, only a couple months in Idaho Falls, but it seems as though they've really put a lot of work into him, and he looks solid in his sophomore slate in a Muay Thai setting. Looks like the cards are in hand. Here's hopes.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Nathan Burbank scores this contest 29-28, Hashimi. Judge Dan First scores this contest 29-28, Harding. And Judge Stephen Farragher scores this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by split decision, Arsha Hashimi.
Got your mouthpiece out, Arsha? We're going to face this way. We're going to face right. Ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Arsha. Arsha, I know the work you've been putting in the gym. How did it feel tonight to come away victorious?
If you're here to support me, make some noise.
That first round, it looked like he was coming out hot in that first round. Looked like he faded a little bit in that second and third round. Were you expecting that with the pressure?
We knew he'd come out hot. We were just trying to hide behind the guard. I was trying to look for the wheel kick. I missed, but it is what it is.
Well, you get a big win tonight. What's next for you?
MMA.
I love it. I know the guy standing right there that can make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Arsha Hashimi.
Your brand, on the move, wherever life takes you, seen in the rush of adrenaline, in the freedom of the ride, in the heights of adventure, and the thrill of new perspectives. No limits, no borders, just your brand reaching new heights. Wherever the journey takes you, your business deserves to be seen. JC Pro Design. Wherever you go, make it visible.
Sir.
something like Mike. He's out of sight. Whoa, you done got me pipe. You man like I. Inside the spot.
So MMA is next for Arsha Hashimi. We all cannot wait for when his date is circled. Joey Scott, Christopher Paylais are up next and on deck. We'll kick it inside to bring him out with hoops.
Fierce fans, our final fight of the preliminary card is brought to you by JC Pro Design, the official printing partner of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, Joey Scott and then Christopher Paylais to the ring.
Well, we're glad to have him back as he targets another win. Here is Joey Scott. Jason, he fell flat in the Fierce debut, but 3 successive wins precede it, one of Utah's finest when we discuss striking.
Yeah, you know I love my Twirler Martial Arts Academy guys. Love to see him making his Muay Thai debut tonight. I don't know if Brandon's watching tonight in Tennessee, but shout out to my boy Brandon if you are.
Joey Scott making sure he gets the shirt off before he enters inside the cage. No assist from Jackson Hoops. There was actually a little bit of talk about if he was just going to purposely do it. Again, the last fight he did forget to take off his shirt, but Joey Scott inside to make his Muay Thai debut. All right, one of two to headline the prelims is Christopher Paylais. Andrew, been training for 8 months, but says he knew he wanted to take this fight since he was born, has high hopes for his career as it all starts right now.
Hey, man, this is a good place to get started, right? Like, you know, it's not quite as punishing as an MMA fight is. He's training out of Factum. They've got a lot of really good strikers out there, so be interesting to see, and only 23.
Here's some of the numbers on paper powered by R&R Barbecue. Scott, the younger man, by 2 years. The slight leg up in height also sides with him. Stalemated on the scales with a Muay Thai debut for both. Ready to get this off the ground, we go to hoops.
Fierce fans, our final fight of the preliminary card is brought to you by JC Pro Design, the official printing partner of Fierce Fighting Championship. This fight is an amateur Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur Muay Thai debut. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 124 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy, hailing from Tooele, Utah, Joey Scott. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur Muay Thai debut. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighed in at 124 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Factum, hailing from Taylorsville, Utah, by way of Mexico, Christopher Paylais. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Muay Thai debut finds Christopher Paylais in the red gloves. Joey Scott, first time throwing bows in blue gloves. This amateur flyweight Muay Thai bout is brought to you by JC Pro Design, the official printing partner of Fierce FC.
This one has fireworks written all over it.
A couple of fast flyweights starting off hot, Andrew.
Yeah, these guys are going to be a lot of action, I would guess. I love the lower weight fights, man. They're so exciting.
Again, Joey Scott, 3-1 in kickboxing. He faced Dante Morales in our headliner in May earlier this year, live at the Masonic Temple. He's talked a lot about checking his kicks, doing a good job so far, but Paylais is certainly the aggressor early on round 1.
Paylais is fast.
Yeah, he's super quick, really good combinations. He loves that front leg.
A lot of juice on that one. Moves beautifully well for a debuter. Andrew, so fluid early on, only a minute into his Muay Thai career.
Yeah, he looks great. He just landed a huge right hand. If this continues, we're probably going to be looking at a stoppage here. Joey's got to do something to gain a little bit of respect.
Big time shot. Tomlinson will call that.
Nope, no knockdown.
No, he won't. No, I apologize. Certainly buckled the knees. A clear shot for Christopher Pelais, as well as a trip by the Tooele fighter. Pounces into range as Pelais makes him pay for it.
Pelais is just pretty much doing whatever he wants in this first round.
Yeah, and these are hard shots that he's landing, too. These are not little pokey jabs.
Nice feints. Now a little bit of showmanship by the Factum fighter. Wow.
Very impressive by Pelais. Wow is right.
That was all Pelais that round. I do have to wonder, though, it's his first fight. Is conditioning going to be a factor here?
And we saw a little bit in that last fight. Harding comes out, all gas, no brakes, and he gasses a little bit in that second and third round.
Yeah, because that was an intense pace that he just put on Joey.
And when talking to him, he was a man of few words, but from what we got, he certainly wants to be one of the new names that comes off of this card. If he can live up to the hype, which so far so good for him, this is a guy that we're really going to want to see on a lot of fierce cards, and maybe MMA as well.
I'm here for it.
I feel like we are really prospecting out guys that we want to see inside the cage on this card.
That's what these cards are for, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's like we want to bring these guys in, get them some experience in the ring, and then throw them into a cage like dogs. Watch them fight it out.
Round 2 brought to you by JC Pro Design, the official printing partner of Fierce FC. Joey Scott, always so calm and composed no matter what is thrown at him inside of that ring. Pelais circles his way out, puts together a pair of combinations.
And that speed is giving Scott all kinds of trouble.
He's just too quick. Joey's just not able to keep up with it.
Nice body kick by Pelais.
I will say, though, for how much heat Pelais is putting on Scott here, Scott, look at his face, man. I mean, he is staying super composed right down the middle.
Always is.
And right now, he just doesn't have an answer. Every time he throws one, he's getting hit with 2 or 3. Now, if I'm Scott, I'm pressing right here. Just test the gas tank.
That was a hard body kick that just landed by Pelais.
You can see Pelais slowing down just a little bit.
The question is, though, is he going to do so much damage before he does slow down? It might not matter.
Right now, Scott's stalking forward but not throwing any punches.
Just about 45 seconds before we head into a third round. And I am in awe right now of Christopher Pelais and what he's been able to put together against a guy who is a 3-1 kickboxer and one of the top in the entire state.
Yeah, he's looking phenomenal so far. He looks like a world beater in there.
He's just connecting with that overhand anytime he wants.
A couple more big blows over the top for the Sandy fighter. Scott trying to piece together some combinations.
Yeah, unfortunately, Joey is he's a little too slow to land these one shots. He's got to put together some volume.
Yeah, little too flat-footed.
Very good exchange there. Yeah, there you go. But again, came after 3 or 4 punches, right? Yep. It wasn't one shot.
I don't always say this, but I do think he actually probably heard you on that one. It was kind of beautifully timed. But Joey Scott, safe to say, probably down 2 rounds to none, would need a finish.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say 2 rounds to none. Just not enough activity from him.
Yeah, and I'm fairly confident, in these. Admittedly, I haven't paid a ton of attention to the judging before tonight, but typically in kickboxing and Muay Thai, they're a little bit more liberal about giving 10-8 rounds than they are in MMA. If that's the case, that first round very well could have been a 10-8.
Very close to
under Muay Thai ruling. So
very close.
Now that being said, Joey Scott, as you said, Blake, stoic.
Always is.
Expression didn't change once, and he was getting lit up with some shots there. You love to see that out of your fighter because you know, hey man, my guy's game. Like if his head is clear, he can still fight.
He is as tough as they come out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy. Derek Jorgensen, Andrew Ariano, Keith Asbury, so many good names over there to lead and guide these guys. Tooele Martial Arts with plenty of talent coming up in this card. And more of the same by a primed gas tank out of Factum in Christopher Pelais.
Scott's left leg, his thigh is all bruised up.
Starting to see a little bit of discoloration on that. Quick trip by Scott as Pelais will shoot right back up. We play on here.
I mean, Pelais throws like 4 punches before Scott even realizes he's being hit.
Yeah, he's so fast, man.
He is fast. Scott's been watching Joel.
Oh, that jab looked like it might have stumbled him a little bit.
Couple of big power shots on both sides. To the center we go.
Only a minute left, but Joey is stalking here.
More stinging leg kicks on the side of Pelais. Time likely running out for Scott.
Pelais landed a great strike there. Snapped Joey's head right back. And again.
Overhand just connecting again for Pelais.
Joey's corner's telling him there's 30 seconds left. You got to go. I concur. And his corner's imploring him to throw, but it can be hard sometimes when you got a buzzsaw right in front of you.
One of the best performances of this entire year, Christopher Pelais, a specimen in a sport full of them, Jason.
Very impressive with Pelais. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the Masonic Temple again.
He looked really, really, really good. And again, I don't want to keep sounding like a broken record. I want to see that kid in little gloves.
Let me say this. I was seeing early comps to what Ricky Mamone did in a kickboxing setting back in May. Fast, never really gassed out, and just all action by him and lightning fast, Andrew.
Yeah, man. Certainly, definitely did not gas out. Certainly slowed down a bit.
Sure.
If he was able to keep that first round pressure, I think he would have been able to get a finish. But it's asking a lot out of a guy to keep up that kind of pressure. Very impressive, very exciting. And taking away nothing from Joey Scott there either. I mean, he fought a good fight. He stayed composed. Got hit with huge shots. Even in the third round, stumbled Pelais. So, I mean, it was a great fight.
Still 3-1 in kickboxing. We'll see what the record looks like after this announcement from Jackson.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Christopher Pelais.
Still so much to see inside the newly minted Fierce FC ring. This is Fierce Challenger Series 17, presented by R&R Barbecue. All kickboxing as we continue this card. Hayden Griffin alongside Eric Lazo fire it up at featherweight. With that, let's get back to Jay.
Fierce fans, welcome to the main card. Everyone tuning into the pay-per-view and everybody here in Salt Lake City, Utah, put your hands together and make some noise. Our next fight of the evening is brought to you by Bear Claw Orthographics, the official mouthguard of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next 2 fighters, Hayden Griffin and then Eric Lazo to the ring.
All right, another first-timer tonight in Hayden Griffin. Andrew, a martial artist growing up who has transitioned to MMA, who looks to transition to MMA in the near year. Likely we'll see him inside a cage. We'll see what he looks like tonight. All right, an inaugural walk for One Hit MMA's Eric Lazo. Jason told me he has an itch to compete. This is the only way to scratch it, by wrapping those hands.
Yeah, and he's coming out of the right gym. One Hit MMA, you know those guys are known for their stand-up, their Muay Thai.
All right, to the tail of the tape we go. Early 20s for both as Lazo gives up 3 inches in height. Each party passed the scale test last night with a couple of first-timers to kick off the main card. All right, back in to turn the key. Here's Hoops.
Fierce fans, this fight is an amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 142.5 pounds. Fighting out of WMA, hailing from Kaysville, Utah, Hayden Griffin. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 143.5 pounds. Fighting out of One Hit MMA, hailing from Kaysville, Utah, Eric Lazo. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
One Hit MMA's Eric Lazo in the red gloves, Hayden Griffin, another debuter in the blue gloves. This amateur featherweight kickboxing bout is brought to you by Bear Claw Orthographics, the official mouthguard provider of Fierce FC. Straight into the action as Lazo wants to be the aggressor.
Yeah, that was definitely not a knockdown. I don't think Tyler's going to give him one. Okay, there we go.
These guys are swinging.
Yeah, as Jason would say, all gas, no brakes.
Hunting him down is the one-hit fighter. Oh! Rung the bell a couple of times.
And Griffin is still swinging.
This is insane. Very little technique going on here.
Hey, I don't think anybody cares right now. These guys are just landing punches.
We mentioned we were more preferable to the Muay Thai, but the kickboxers certainly showing out early.
And Griffin was out on his feet, and now he's the one doing the damage.
It can be hard sometimes, man, when you come out and you hear that pop from your crowd. You sold a lot of tickets. You want to give them something good.
Down again! Eric Lazo with a hot start in round number 1. Tyler Tomlinson giving him the count.
And Griffin was hurt bad.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to answer this.
I don't think he is.
Looked like he hurt him to the body and then on the
chin.
No,
they're calling it off.
Yep. Tyler Tomlinson says that is enough. Eric Lazo, no blink in the big moment.
Impressive.
Wow. And we have heard so much from the One Hit MMA crew about this guy. Nakaya August, James Prescott in the corner, Aldo Aregia. He mentioned Vince Wright, Teague Vigil, Dietrich Jessup. Just about every big name at that gym he talked about, and they all subscribed to his abilities in there, and he showed out.
Yeah, I mean, he went in there, kind of just went after his guy like a savage animal and started pounding him with shots. You know, it'll be really interesting to see in his next performance, once he's a little more cool, calm, and collected. I don't really feel like we got to see much out of him other than the fact that he's an animal.
And it's always interesting when you see them on that next time. Looks like we also have the replay powered by R&R Barbecue. Let's get it really quickly before we get it official by Jackson Hoops. Andrew, it was quick.
Very. He came right after him. Good body shot. Hit him with the left hook when he was doubled over. That was all she wrote.
To 1-0 we go. Eric Lazo as Jackson Hoops just about ready to put it on paper.
Fierce fans, referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 4 seconds of the first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Eric Lazo.
You got your mouthpiece out? Take it out. Yeah. Here, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll just take it.
Aldo, you can take the mouthpiece. All right, so I'm gonna ask you just a comment real quick, and then we're gonna turn and face and watch the replay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Eric Lazo. Eric, very impressive performance. How you feeling tonight?
I'm tired, man, but we're good.
Tired? That was only about 30 seconds, man.
Hey, man, we still out here.
Hey, I want to take a look at this replay because that was pretty sweet. That was fast. Take a look at this and walk me through it.
You gotta kind of eat the mic.
Shit, man, I saw his body, so right there, hooks, baby.
How surprised were you that he didn't go down? Because you hit him with some shots in the beginning, and it looked like he was out, and then he came back. Were you expecting him to be that tough?
Yeah, not gonna lie, he got that dog in him too, but I'm the bigger one, so.
Well, congratulations. I can't wait to see you back in the Fierce Fighting Championship ring. Congratulations. Go back there and celebrate, man. Give it up for your winner, Eric Lazo.
Hi, I'm Jason Laporte, Fierce Fighting Championship commentator and general sales manager at Performance Honda in Bountiful. We are the fastest growing Honda dealership in the state, and we have one of the largest certified pre-owned inventories in the state of Utah. Our service department has master technicians with over 100 years experience collectively.
Bienvenidos a Performance Honda Bountiful, donde los atendemos en español y les ponemos una sonrisa todos los días.
Visit us at 2215 South 500 West or performancehondabountiful.com.
Here at Rocky Mountain Power, we're dedicated to delivering the safe, reliable power you count on. We're proud of our industry-leading reliability, but we're always pushing to do better. That's why we're out working every day to ensure that everything is operating smoothly and ready for all seasons, from winter weather to summer heat and everything in between. It's all part of honoring our commitment to you and delivering the power you need. See how we make it happen at rockymountainpower.net/reliability.
Scan the QR code on your screen for access to Fierce FC's digital program. Get the inside scoop on every fighter making the walk tonight, as well as additional information on future shows. So Eric Lazo has got that dog in him, no doubt about it. Certainly looking forward to what he does next. Same can be said about John Guillen and Joel Lucian, who both make their debut right now.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is brought to you by Bad Bevs, the official beverage of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, John Guillen and then Joel Lucian, to the ring.
Well, what a story we've got for you. Here is John Guillen out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy. In October of 2023, he was hospitalized due to an alcohol-induced liver and kidney failure after years of alcohol addiction. He was given 16 days to live and a 20% chance of survival. 2 months in a hospital bed and a whole lot of miracles later, John got a second lease on life with no lasting effects, leading him to now being the healthiest he has ever been and primed to prove you can overcome any obstacle life throws your way. John Guillen alongside Joel Lucian, a massive moment for him just to enter inside that ring. Years in the making, here is Joel Lucian. Jason, the older brother of 2-0 amateur Leandro Lucian, now his turn to make his mark in the Fierce ring.
I love it, man. Love to see these debuters. I sound like a broken record because we have a lot of them tonight, but I love to see it.
Couple of middleweights look for some success in their kickboxing debuts as we pull up our tale of the tape. Powered by R&R Barbecue. Lucian, 1 year older and 2 inches taller. He also had the higher number on the platform last night, as he is just about ready to step inside. Joel Lucian, he pronounces it Lucian because it's easier for people to say. As for Leandro, his brother, he says Luxion, which he claims is the correct Argentine way to say it. Kind of interesting, both of them giving us mixed signals. Jackson Hoops and I have been trying to figure it out all week.
I'm not going to argue with either one of them.
Joel Lucian didn't have a lot of training in martial arts growing up, but as an adult now gives himself that opportunity. Andrew, he grew up watching shows like Dragon Ball, which conveyed messages of hard work and discipline, which he always admired.
I told you when you asked me, right? Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. You want to get ready for fights? That's what you got to watch.
Joel Lucian entering inside at 185 pounds. as we continue on in our main card coverage. They are set and staged, so is Hoops. We'll kick it to him.
This fight is an amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 183 pounds. Fighting out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, by way of Albuquerque, New Mexico, John Guillen. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Agima Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, hailing from Spanish Fork, Utah, by way of Argentina, Joel Lucian. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Joel Lucian, first time for him, sporting the red gloves. Same can be said about John Guillen, who responds in the blue gloves. This amateur middleweight kickboxing bout is brought to you by Bad Bevs, the official beverage of Fierce FC. Stiff leg kick to start things off for Guillen. Whole lot of power and pressure out of the Tooele fighter early, Jason.
Yeah, it's all pressure from Guillen.
You know what, though? He's not just throwing everything out there. He's actually staying pretty composed. So he's throwing these really hard bursts. He's getting Lucian to back up, and then he's stopping and making sure that he's being defensively responsible in the middle of his combos. He looks good.
Well, we've seen this a few times, though, tonight already, that the fighter that comes out fast usually is starting to fade in that second and third round.
Looks as though things have settled, but Guillen has something else to say about it. He aims up high. Some solid angles by Lucian early on as well, Andrew.
Yeah, both these guys are actually looking pretty good. I'm really impressed that both these guys are able to throw head kicks like they have been.
Again, 185 pounds between these two. 3 2-minute rounds. Clapping shot to the body as well by Guillen.
Guillen's throwing nice combinations. Both are throwing head kicks, too. I want to see that from you, Andy, in your next fight.
You guys have got to stop talking about I'm never doing it again.
Your wife's watching, isn't she?
You're going to keep saying it, and I'm going to end up doing it.
More kicks compile for Guillen. About 20 seconds to go, round 1.
Both these guys looking pretty good, man. Circling, hands up.
Maybe not as much offense garnered on the side of Lucian, but both guys look really, really good. Certainly shining moments as John Guillen really put some nice offense together in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, well-timed combinations. He was pressing. Lucian had some good shots in there, but not enough activity, in my opinion, in that first round.
I would definitely agree with that. And this is the kind of fights I like to watch, right? There's a little bit more control here. There's a little more technique, a little bit more thoughtfulness going into what they're doing. I really like the pace that this fight's being fought at. I feel like when fights are done this way, you really get to see the full spectrum of technique from both guys. And so far, they've definitely, both of them look good. I think that John Guillen, like Jason was saying, is definitely a little bit ahead, but Joel doesn't look bad either. So
John Guillen, always been a fight enthusiast, a year under the direction of Keith Asbury in Tooele Martial Arts Academy. Joey Scott fighting earlier this evening. Have some more talent coming up in our main card. Lucas Pino, Chidera Egwu in our main event later on this evening. To the top of round 2 we go. And just always pouncing into range is Guillen right now, Andrew. It's hard to keep a target on him if you're Joe Lucian.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's getting lit up right now.
Well, he's peppering John with some shots there. He's throwing him straight down the middle. And it looks like he's getting overwhelmed, but his shots are a little more well-timed right now than Guillen's. The corner probably told him just throw some stuff straight down the middle because Guillen's throwing the looping shots.
Interesting to see two southpaws fighting each other here. Both being very disciplined with their circling away from that backhand. A lot of times southpaws, they train so much for orthodox fighters, they end up picking up some bad habits when they have to face another southpaw, but both these guys looking pretty good.
It's a great point. Sub 60 seconds to go, round number 2 as Guillen cocks back the head of the Agima fighter.
Lucian, nice straight shots down the middle.
Good shots landing for both fighters here.
Nice bruising blow to the body in favor of Guillen, and now up top once again. And Jason, so composed by both guys, but specifically Joel, who faced so much action early on.
Yeah, impressed that he was able to keep that composure. And he's landed that straight now 3 or 4 times already in this second round.
That's definitely his best shot for sure.
And Guillen's landed shots, but I don't feel they're as hard as Lucian right now. Lucian seems to be landing the harder shots. Will it be enough in the judge's eyes with the forward pressure of Guillen, though?
I was going to say, even sometimes when you're landing shots, but you're going back the whole time,
yes,
right? A lot of times you can end up losing those rounds.
Joel Lucian been in and out of the gym at Agima for 3 years at this point, and told me that he had a goal of losing weight, and a lot of that consistency is why his number was called. We see him in the corner alongside his brother Leandro, as well as Dane Aristizabal. And what can he put together in this final frame in order to come away with the victory in the kickboxing debut?
I feel like he just needs to be a little more active because he did land some hard shots, especially early on, especially late. But it's that forward pressure from Guillen right now and the volume that's just getting to Joel, I believe.
Yeah, if I'm in the corner, if I'm Dane right here, and I think he actually just said it as I was about to say it, you need to look for a drop step 2-3. The drop step, so take a step back. As your back foot lands, you throw a left hook and a right hook, or a left hand and a right hook, because he's a southpaw fighter, right? But that drop step 2-3, I think, is where he's going to have some success. And I think Dane actually said that right as I was about to say it into the mic. So we'll see.
Third and final round. Judges' scorecards pending as Guillen continues to roll downhill in terms of his offensive output.
Lucian, the one coming out pressing forward.
Big swing and a miss, stretches but is short for Lucian.
Guillen's moving really well. Trying not to stand in front of Guillen too much.
Great matchup.
Yeah, very good point, yeah.
Whole card has been great, really. Guillen softens the body once again. Another kick towards that midsection of Lucian, but he keeps eating them.
If this round continues to go like this, I think John is going to steal it away. Joel's got to do a little bit more activity here.
He's pressing forward more than he has in the first 2 rounds.
Definitely.
Will it be enough?
Just about 30 seconds to decide this one. We've seen a lot of decisions, one finish, but John Guillen looks so solid in his debut. Again, we talked about his story in 2023 and how he has turned his life around. Really wanted to make his mark on this show, and he certainly has, as that 10-second clapper is just about to chime. Quick slip. Lucian looked to headhunt for just a second, but a solid third round by both guys. A fun one at middleweight.
Yeah, I felt like Lucian in that third round, I thought that was his round. I just don't know if he did enough in the first round to get to the decision.
And Andrew, like we were talking about, it's crazy that every single fighter that we have seen for the most part tonight have been debuters.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't really look like debuters, do they? They look really good. Like that amount of composure in there from both of those guys tonight, very impressive. A lot of times, like we saw in the previous fight, if it's your debut, you kind of just run out there and start swinging, right? Nothing wrong with that. But it's not necessarily what your coaches want to see you do. And so these guys came out and fought a really well-measured technical fight. It was good. It was a good scrap.
John Guillen out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy. So special for him at 35 years of age to make this kickboxing debut. And we will see what the Athletic Commission says. We just saw the younger brother, Leandro Luxion, I'll say it his way, as well as Joel Lucian, who put together quite the performance as well in his kickboxing debut. Talked to me a lot about the high fight IQ and the resource that his brother is. Again, a 2-0 amateur himself. Would love to see him on a Fierce card at some point. He gets quite the pop alongside Guillen. As scorecards seem to be piling in, as Tyler Tomlinson wrangles and Hoops announces.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, John Guillen.
Good to see you, bro. You got your mouthpiece out? Good fight, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, John Guillen. John, first of all, props to you for even getting here to this point tonight, and props on an amazing performance. How you feeling, man?
I feel great, man. Hard work pays off.
It showed tonight. Did you expect that kind of performance, that back-and-forth performance from him tonight?
Oh, yeah, he was tough. Yeah, I don't ever underestimate anyone. I give him the full credit, and I was ready to bang. So, yeah, I hope you guys like the show.
Oh, I think we all love the show tonight. Give it up for him. So what's next for you? You get a big win tonight. Are we going to see you back in the ring or in the cage?
Oh, yeah. I'll be back for another one.
I love it. Give it up for your winner.
Where are the real middleweights at, huh?
He's fun to watch fight, isn't he?
One of the best we've ever seen in the history of Fierce Fighting Championship. What a summer for the Park City Fighter.
You hear my coach October, I'm ready to get back in here.
Who's the Utah boogeyman now, huh?
He knew how tough he was.
It's just brute strength by T. Vigil. Dominant performance. Changes the course of his career 2 in a row. Boogeyman who? Boogeyman who?
So John Guillen moves to 1-0, and he says that we will see him again. Looking forward to a future show featuring him. Angel Ramirez, Diego Lopez at 155 pounds. We keep it at kickboxing with Hoops.
Fierce fans, our next fight is brought to you by Accelerated Athletics, the official gear supplier of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next 2 fighters, Angel Ramirez and then Diego Lopez to the ring.
Well, expect all action from Angel Ramirez as he commences his kickboxing career tonight. Jason, he said he's overwhelmed with excitement to put on a show, also used the words dogfight when predicting what the next 6 minutes could entail.
Yeah, and he pretty much just ran out from the back. A lot of work tonight for Keith and Boomer in the corners of the Tooele Martial Arts Academy, guys.
Angel Ramirez, prior to TMAA, worked the heavy bag a lot independently for about 3 years. Cannot wait to see a striker's delight in this one alongside Diego Lopez. First shot on the fierce stage for Aguima's Diego Lopez. Andrew, 27 years of age with 3 years attending to his training, says he doesn't want to regret missing out on competing and seeing how far he can push himself.
Yeah, I mean, certainly doing that out of a good team over there at Aguima with Dane at his corner. You know, this is going to be a good one. We got a Lopez versus a Ramirez. We're going to see a fight tonight.
We are going to see a fight in this one.
Diego Lopez, again out of Aguima in Provo, Utah. Been kickboxing now for 3 years, but started as a jiu-jitsu guy at Acropolis Grappling in Orem, Utah. All right, another link at lightweight. 5 years separate the two while seeing eye to eye. No issues on the scale as both crack the canvas for the very first time. Should be a good one. Let's get going with Jackson.
Fierce fans, this fight is an amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner. Making his amateur kickboxing debut, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 154 pounds. Fighting out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy, hailing from West Valley City, Utah, Angel Ramirez. And introducing his opponent fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 154 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Aguima Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, hailing from Springville, Utah, by way of El Salvador, Diego Lopez. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Long time coming for Diego Lopez, strapped in the red gloves. Angel Ramirez, another Tooele talent, in the blue. This amateur lightweight kickboxing bout is brought to you by Accelerated Athletics, the official gear supplier of Fierce FC.
Ramirez looks to be in very good shape.
He is shredded.
Says in his spare time he likes to move a lot of weight in the gym.
It's obvious.
Top of his martial arts training. Jason, I know you appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
It checks out. I believe it. Again, really good composure from these guys, man.
Yeah, I just heard Ramirez's corner said he's got a high guard, go for the belly. We'll see if he heard that.
Just went to it a few moments ago. Stalking down his prey well as the Tooele fighter. Nice chiming leg kick on the inside again for Angel.
You jinxed this, Andy. Ramirez doesn't like those kicks. Ooh, nice body kick.
Piecing it together well. Diego Lopez with about 50 seconds to go in round one.
Lopez is invested in the body really early in this first round.
A lot of kicking going on. I'd really like to see one of these guys get a little bit more active, establish a jab.
Nice piercing shot to the body. Responded well by Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez sees that high. I think Ramirez is the one seeing that high guard of Lopez, and he's just cracking that kick.
Breaks down on another for Tooele. Angel Ramirez began kickboxing just 9 months ago, but knew from his sparring that he would be primed to make his debut. We see it in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough round to score. There was not really much solid shots landing. I mean, maybe a slight edge to Lopez with the kicks, the body kicks.
Yeah, I think so. I think you give the slight edge to Lopez. Lopez has really decided to relegate himself to a kicking game, which is really effective if Ramirez doesn't put his foot on the gas and start throwing some hands.
Told me he was ready to leave it all in the ring tonight alongside Angel Ramirez. Court McGee, Dana Ristazabal, a busy Aguima corner once again. They top off the list as the most active gym this evening with 4 fighters competing, not to mention Tyler Call in the co-main event alongside Nosworthy out of Extreme Couture. That should be a good one, Jason.
That should be a phenomenal fight.
Lots of names we're certainly looking forward to, but we shift our focus back to the center with Diego Lopez and Angel Ramirez. Stellar footwork by Ramirez to get in and out quickly. Caught him on the way in as well is Lopez.
Ramirez letting his hands go a little bit more this round.
Lopez landing a lot of shots early here.
Lopez staying very well composed, too.
Massive bellowing breadbasket
hurt.
shot.
Yeah, and that hurt too. He dropped his right arm down.
It might have been a low blow.
Combination countered back by Ramirez.
And Lopez answers back again too. Right now he's got an answer for everything that Ramirez is throwing at him.
He does. Ramirez just landed a very good body shot though.
Another one.
Deep dig to the gut by Ramirez.
And then follows it up with a right hook. Lopez might be hurt here.
Oh, yeah.
Those will start to slow you down, Andrew. No doubt about it.
Absolutely, they will.
Took some deep breaths there, too.
I think he is hurt.
I don't know if Ramirez sees it yet.
Or he's so high IQ that he's not rushing it. One of the two.
One of the two. Yeah, if I'm Ramirez, I'm going right back to that left hook to the body.
Lopez,
he faded quickly. It seemed like he was coming out in the second round. I don't know if those body shots hurt him, but
I mean, he can barely. It looks like he can barely get his kicks up now.
Took a lot of action, and following suit is the aggressor on the other side out of Agima.
Strange things start happening when you get hit in the body hard.
Very interesting headed into the third and final. As we head over to the corner of Angel Ramirez. Really tight one thus far. Very competitive, Jason.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of think this is 1-1 going into the third round. I want to say that Ramirez did enough, and the body language right now of Lopez is not looking good.
I very much agree with you. Definitely, I think it's 1-1 going into this third round.
Angel Ramirez over at Tooele Martial Arts Academy. Loved the camaraderie over there with Coach Keith and the guys all the way down the line. Said he always envisioned himself fighting even as a young kid. Did a little bit of boxing during his high school days, but a lot of his kicks are what's putting together his offense right now, Andrew.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The assault so far has been almost entirely kick-oriented. So it's going to be interesting here coming into the third. I'm wondering if Ramirez is just going to run across the ring and just start slamming body shots.
Yeah.
Because if I saw it, I know Dane saw it. Or I'm sorry,
Keith.
Keith, thank you. I know that Keith saw it. So,
Lopez was jumping up and down in the corner, so he must have got a second win back.
Final round, 2 minutes to decide this one. Fast action start by the two lightweights.
That was probably the best combination from Ramirez we've seen all fight. Nice 1-2 to start the round.
Ooh. Good right hand. Looked like it wobbled Lopez for a moment.
He's definitely seeing the shots now as Ramirez.
So fluid on the feet as he goes right back to the body. More combinations. Head hunting is on hell.
Yeah, Ramirez is starting to run away with this a little bit.
Another nice body kick.
Big grimace on the side of Lopez after that one landed, Jason.
Yeah, he doesn't like those. And neither would I. You can hear Keith, they want the pressure from Ramirez. Keith wants the high kick from Ramirez. Let's see if he's listening.
And Court McGee is imploring his fighter to start throwing some combinations with his hands. He's calling jab, jab, cross.
Also saying more, wanting some volume out of the Agima fighter. Angel Ramirez matching the output.
Fatigue more than anything there. Starting to set in. Short time left at 20 seconds.
Lopez coming alive at the end of this round.
Really trying to unload as many offensive attacks as he can.
Court and Dane are screaming at Lopez to march forward.
More scorecards for the Fierce fandom. They're on their feet after an incredible performance by both. We will see how the Athletic Commission sees it. But impressive on both sides. Diego Lopez goes the full 6 minutes. Angel Ramirez, a lot of torque on all of his shots.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to run away with in that third round. Then Lopez started coming back and landed some hard shots.
Really good fight. Pretty competitive for the most part. I do think they're going to give the nod to Ramirez. I think they should. We'll see what happens here. Nice little welt on the body of Diego Lopez in there from those body shots that he took from Ramirez.
I would be so interested. It's not necessarily in the Fierce budget to have live statistics, but it would be nice to know how many kicks were thrown in that fight. It had to have been 90% of them.
That would be awesome. Zach, get on it. You know what, though? I'm looking over here at Ramirez. Ramirez has got a pretty bad welt on his body as well. Both of these guys
super evenly matched.
It's almost like they got into a fight.
Great work by both. Hope to see them both on cards moving forward. Angel Ramirez, another name out of Tooele Martial Arts Academy. Diego Lopez, hope to see him soon as well. 3 years in the room, again, started as a grappler, has moved over to striking, and it looks good on him. We've got the scorecards on paper. Let's make it official with hoops.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Angel Ramirez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Angel Ramirez. Great back and forth fight. How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great, man. Got a little tired, but I didn't look as good as I wanted to be, but I'm so happy with my performance. I gave it my all. That opponent is a tough dude, and I respect him for taking the fight, only 3-week notice. So I appreciate him for the opportunity. I'm just grateful to be out here tonight.
So you come away with a big win. What's next for you?
I'm not sure. I got to go back, talk to my coaches. I definitely know I got a lot to improve on still. So just go from there, work on my conditioning, just be a better fighter, you know. But, yeah.
I love it. Congratulations again on a big win.
One more thing. I just want to thank everybody, all of my family, everybody who spent their hard-earned money to come and support me. It really means a lot. Gracias a todos. Gracias a todos por venir, apoyarme. Los amo a todos. Muchas gracias. Estoy muy orgulloso por salir con la victoria hoy. Gracias.
Give it up for your winner, Angel Ramirez.
Your brand, on the move, wherever life takes you. Seen in the rush of adrenaline, in the freedom of the ride, in the heights of adventure, and the thrill of new perspectives. No limits, no borders, just your brand reaching new heights. Wherever the journey takes you, your business deserves to be seen. JC Pro Design, wherever you go, make it visible.
Sir, flex I do work. Say something like Mike. He's out of sight. Whoa, you done got me pipe. You
So many out here in support of Angel Ramirez, who moves to 1-0 in his kickboxing career. Couple more doing it for the very first time, Jose Mejia and Jonathan Tonumaipea.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is brought to you by Underground Farm, the official wellness supplements of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, Jose Mejia and then Jonathan Tonumaipea, to the ring.
All right, cutting the curtain on the road is Jose Mejia. Jason, he comes from a good crew, already some off-the-books experience, leaves him with a leg up, headed into the official debut.
Yeah, anytime you got a little experience on your belt, it always usually plays dividends, but man, what a great matchup.
Jose Mejia out of Havoc MMA in Westminster, Colorado. Excited to see him make his mark inside of the Fierce cage. Or ring, either way. All right, lights are bright as Jonathan Tonumaipea debuts for the Fierce fandom. Andrew, he said he feels that pressure is a privilege. That's why he signed on the dotted line for this one.
Yeah, you know, I love that mindset. It's such a good mindset to have, and he's 100% right. You want to be where the pressure's high. You want to be where people are expecting something out of you, right? Because that means you're special. And I'll tell you right now, the crowd is expecting something out of this guy.
This whole place is standing up for him. He's definitely got a lot of pressure tonight.
Scrap is just about set. Here is your tale of the tape. Mejia, the senior, he is also taller at 5'9" and missed the mark by 2 pounds last night. A debut for both as we are ready to go with Jackson.
Kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in above the contracted weight at 173 pounds. Fighting out of Havoc MMA, hailing from Westminster, Colorado, by way of Harvard, Illinois, Jose Mejia. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of Rise Boxing, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, Eitan Tonumaipea. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
New name from Rise Boxing, Eitan Tonumaipea. In the red gloves, Jose Mejia answers in the blue. This welterweight kickboxing bout is delivered to you by Underground Farm, the official wellness supplement of Fierce FC.
This is always a fun weight to watch. These guys are fast and they're going to hit hard.
No breaks early on. Mejia, couple of strikes already thrown out, but Tonumaipea been swinging big as well, Jason.
Yeah, Mejia's trying to silence the crowd quickly with a couple of those shots.
Lots of people flapping gums at Mejia as he entered inside of the ring. Tonumaipea has a whole lot of fans here making the trek down from Park City. Nice piercing leg kick lands for Mejia as Tonumaipea closes distance. Big swings early on by the Colorado fighter. So much venom being put out right now, Andrew.
Yeah, Jonathan is he's looking good. He's moving really, really crisp, not wasting any motion. Jonathan is landing some shots on him.
Big time blow lands up top for Tonumaipea.
Tonumaipea straight left, right down the middle. Is connected a couple times.
Mejia invests back to the lower half with that leg kick. Quick trip Tonu Maipea immediately
looking for the single leg.
Close distance, going in for some grappling, but now aims up top. Tonu Maipea bites down on a big blow late round one. What a fight we've got. First 2 minutes, all fireworks.
Yeah, great back and forth. That's going to be a tough round to judge.
I think I got to lean a little bit towards Jonathan on that one. I think he just landed a little bit harder shots, but yeah, that was a good back and forth. Certainly competitive.
Eitan Tonu Maipea, his nickname, also Jonathan, but likes to go by Eitan. He is a barber by trade, but also can throw some big-time blows. And early on in round number one, looks good alongside Chris Ventura and Marco Sanchez. We might see a finish in this one. They're both throwing so hard.
They are both throwing with bad intentions. I'm here for it.
Prefers Eitan, is that what you said?
Eitan.
Prefers Eitan, yes.
Eitan, okay, and he's a barber.
Yes.
So he's looking to give out some fades.
Giving out some fades.
All right, like it. I like it.
Training for a little bit over a year. Played basketball and football growing up.
Both these guys look very athletic.
They do.
Mejia was a three-sport athlete growing up, competed in track, football, and wrestling all 4 years of high school.
They both have that body type that's not necessarily bodybuilder, but they look very athletic.
Solid strike to start for Tonu Maipea.
They both got a little talking to from Tyler. I wonder what that was about.
I believe it was a knee that was landed late round one that didn't get intervened during the actual action.
That straight right from Eitan is connected.
Yeah,
he throws that beautifully.
It's his best strike so far.
Another couple of twos land for Tonu Maipea.
Man, it's the story of the fight, huh, Jason?
It is. There it is again. He's starting to find a home for it.
I think he just landed it 5 times in a row.
You can hear Eitan's crowd behind us saying to beat his butt. I'll clean it up for the television.
Not in those words.
Not in those words, yeah.
I will say they all have nice haircuts. Oh! Massive knockdown for Tonu Maipea. Haven't seen one of those in a couple of fights.
And wow.
Gets the Masonic Temple to pop.
And the crowd is going crazy.
Jonathan popped right back up, though. Or I'm sorry,
Jose.
Jose popped right back up.
Straight back into the action, though, is Eitan trying to hunt him down.
He's going in for the kill.
And Eitan went over to the corner and started doing some deep breath exercise to calm himself down.
Pushes back the Colorado fighter once again. Eitan Tonu Maipea really taking away round two.
Man, that was a beautiful head kick by him.
Another high kick aimed for the Park City striker.
And he's confident now. He's swagging back and forth. There's that left again. He's sneaky with it, the way he throws that left.
Couple of consequential strikes sees him in the lead, headed into the third and final round.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Kind of, I don't want to say a flash knockdown because he hit him flush with that shot, but Jose able to pop right back up and tried to throw a few shots, but man, Eitan Tonu Maipea looks phenomenal.
It was a great shot that he landed, and all respect to Jose because he jumped right back up afterwards, and he wasn't even he didn't even look hurt. He looked mad. Like, did I really just get hit with that? But, I mean, he recovered well and started landing some shots towards the end of the round.
He did.
I believe we have the replay of the knockdown that Tonu Maipea put together. We'll get it in just a couple of seconds. If not, we'll see it at the end of the fight, win or lose, when we're awaiting judges' scorecards. But Eitan Tonu Maipea, Rise Boxing has been so successful this year. They're 9-2 on the year, actually 10-2 with Jesus Karate-Roll coming away with the victory.
Yeah.
And that all being said, they are really becoming a powerhouse name in the state.
They are. You see Chris Ventura in Eitan's corner right now. We're going to see him in a couple months. Jose is ready. He probably needs a finish at this point.
I would agree with you, Jason.
Buckle up for this third round. Hard leg kicks from Mia.
Another beautiful left hand landed by Eitan. Oh!
And they are just going at it. Mouthpiece is out for Mia.
It looked like Jose landed a head kick of his own. I don't think it quite connected.
Both bid for the finish. Mejia stumbled a bit off of the leg kick attack.
Anton looking for that left again, trying to set it up.
Quick trip off of the pressure of Eitan Tonumaipea. 70 seconds to decide this one. And more action up top by Eitan.
Eitan must have some power in those hands because it seems like every time he hits Jose, he's hurting him.
Packs a lot of power behind every single one. We've seen it so many times.
He's got that Polynesian last name.
Over the past 5 minutes. Stiff leg kick checked by Tonumaipea.
Anton might be a little gassed this third round. He's been
still moving well defensively.
No, he is. He's definitely tired, but he's doing a good job of not just shelling up and trying to block shots because that always makes it worse. Going back to the well with that head kick. Blocked by Jose there. Jose landed some really good offense here, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to have to get a finish.
How many names are we going to remember after this evening? There have been so many incredible performances. Eitan Tonumaipea might top the list.
He's looking phenomenal in here.
Eitan, he's gasping for air right now, but wonderful performance tonight by Tonumaipea.
Amateur walk, but a professional performance by Eitan Tonumaipea. We'll see what sways the judges, but it looks like we got another guy that we have all got to keep track of.
Yeah, another Rise boxing guy looking that way.
And look who we got over here right behind us. Another Rise boxing guy to keep track of.
Off screen, but Ruben Rivera, who is going to be on that Fierce Fighting Championship 43 card live from Salt Lake City at FightCon. It is going to be incredible. We see him now right over there near the corner of Jackson Hoops and Tyler Tomlinson. Eitan Tonumaipea seeing so many people come out of the woodwork to support this guy. We see why.
I was just going to say, it's hard not to bring these guys up because they're behind us and they're so freaking loud for their own guys. It's like, it's crazy. I love that, though.
The support is a huge piece of regional MMA that sometimes is lost in translation, but is huge, especially for the guys that really have strong potential.
It's a big deal, man. And, you know, when you're a traveling fighter like Jose's coming out here, when you're fighting, you're the B-side, and you come out to a pop like that, man, it can be intimidating.
Looks like we got the knockdown ready to go, presented by R&R Barbecue.
Yes. Man, look, shin to the chin, dude. Wow. Beautiful. And you see the look on Jose's face, like, I know I just got caught. Beautiful head kick, though. Very good technique. Wasn't sloppy. Very controlled. Turned the hip over great. Really, really good showing there.
His movement was textbook. His offense, his defensive evasions of a lot of the attacks coming from Jose were good. Eitan Tonumaipea, wow.
Yeah. And both fighters fought really well. I think that the biggest difference, Eitan just had more firepower. The shots that he landed hurt more. And left hand, you know, you love to see that head kick, but his left hand was really the story of the night. Eitan's left hand just could not miss. He must have landed over 50% of those shots that he threw with his left hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like every single time he threw it, it landed.
No, certainly found a home the way Jason Laporte was talking about it as well. There is a little bit of deliberation on the scorecards. Eitan Tonumaipea breathing deeply. Look in his eyes is that he thinks he's gotten it done. The commission is huddled up as we're off screen alongside Jackson Hoops and Scott Bowler, making sure that they've got their P's and Q's in order. A little bit of a delay. That being said, we might see something scattered.
Yeah, I don't imagine why we would see that. Judging has been pretty on point all night tonight. So I can't imagine it's going to go away with anything but, you know, a win for Jonathan here from Rise Boxing, but we will see.
All right, looks as though we have got him set and stage. Here's Hoops.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Dan First scores this contest 30-26. Judge Stephen Farragher scores this contest 29-27. And Dennis McMahon scores the contest 28-28. Declaring the winner by majority decision, Jonathan Tonumapea.
Face this camera right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with the winner, Anton. Anton, great back and forth fight. How you feeling, man?
Oh, I feel amazing. Can't feel better right now.
So I got to say, in that second round, you landed a big head kick. Did you think the fight was over?
Shoot, I thought there was a chance, but tough guy, tough guy.
So you get a big win tonight. What's next for you? We're going to see you back in the ring or in the cage?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to talk that one over with my coaches, but we'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Anton Tonumapea.
Fierce fans, we're going to
check this out. Check this out.
Hey Fierce fans, Kibble Davis here with Prime Labs. We are now the official lab testing partner for all of Fierce Fighting Championships fighters. We provide a combat trio for all fighters across the Wasatch Front, as well as if you want to get in the best shape like one of your favorite fighters, we provide many comprehensive blood panels. All you have to do is click on the link or text 385-645-7400.
Whether you're a fighter or just someone that wants to take charge of their own care and looking to address a lack of sleep, fat gain, or even muscle growth, Prime Labs has different panels for all financial situations. So please shoot us a text at 385-645-7400, scan the QR code, or please go to the website and come check us out.
Still some main card work to attend to, but prior to that, we will welcome you back into the R&R Barbecue broadcast booth. Blake O'Rulian, our guy Andrew Boquette. Jason Laporte is using this time for a little bit of a bathroom break. Might be a little bit TMI, but also I know he won't care whatsoever. That all being said, we're throwing a little bit of swag out inside of the ring. And so, Andrew, perfect time to talk about the incredible night that we have had up to this point. So many big names. I swear I have said, made their mark, a new name worth tracking a dozen times already because so many guys are sticking out.
Honestly, the fights have been incredible, and one of the things that you love to see is that so many of these guys are making their debut, right? But they're not, with one exception, right? They're not just coming out here and throwing caution to the wind and not paying attention to their technique and their coaches. It's a very controlled approach tonight, and it's been really fun to watch.
This is your first time calling strictly striking, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. How has it been for you as obviously the person with the MMA experience?
Yeah, so this is actually my background. Like, this is when I started martial arts back when I was like 13 years old, it was all striking. Kickboxing, taekwondo, karate, like that kind of stuff. And so this almost feels like a return to form for me. I haven't been to one of these events in a long time, but it is a lot of fun because while I love to break down the grappling side of things, I'm actually much more knowledgeable about this side of the sport. And so it's been a lot of fun, and the fights have been great.
Jason Laporte making his way back inside. Jason, great to see you. We're filling in a little bit of time as we're doing a quick giveaway inside of the ring. But Jason, it's been an incredible night up to this point. So many names have stuck out. Who for you has really stolen the show?
It's been all action tonight, and I not have recency bias, but Anton Tonumapea did phenomenal. And then who got the finish on there? I got all these names. Who's the one that got the finish?
It was Eric Lazo.
Eric Lazo, man, getting that finish. Beautiful performance by Eric Lazo.
I'm still thinking about Christopher Pelais as well. Another really, really special talent.
It was phenomenal. He was so fast, so much violence in such a short amount of time. Really impressive, but Jesus got the roll.
Yes.
Man, I like him.
I love that kid. I love that kid.
Look, man, it's more than just the fight, right? And you and I have talked about this so much.
So much.
It's really important. It is a sport, but it is the entertainment business,
yes.
right?
Yep.
Who's more entertaining than Jesus?
You know who it used to be was a guy who actually just retired recently, actually a little bit explicitly on this broadcast. Man to my left, Andrew Boquette. Fellas, go ahead.
I would say I'm definitely biased because a lot of those antics that Jesus is doing, I like to do myself, but there's a reason for it, right?
Yes.
Are you not excited when he walks out?
He's can't miss at this point.
He's not.
Yeah.
And again, Jason, 3 out of the last 5 shows, he's so active, and that's a big part of it.
Doing all the right things, getting his conditioning down, getting his nutrition down, losing weight. I love that about a fighter. He's taking it serious at such a young age. Bright future for that kid.
Fellas, I am so curious for you guys. We've got 3 bouts left. Brandon Mendez alongside Fernando Perez, Nosworthy, Tyler Call, Lucas Pino, Chidera Egwu. Do you think we see one more finish? Back in May, we only had one. It was Lucas Pino who now headlines. Do we see another finish on top of the one that Eric Lazo put together moments ago?
We could have a finish in that main event. We could definitely see a finish in that main event.
We got middleweights. I think that middleweight is like the premier division for violence in combat sports. It's sort of that perfect mixture. These guys fight like at 185 pounds. Most of them weigh about 200 pounds at fight weight. Like that's not uncommon, right? Because you cut weight, then you bulk back up. But they're so fast. They're so dangerous. Of course, Mike Jones comes to mind, right? Like he's fighting at heavyweight. And you would think like, oh, what a major disadvantage to have a middleweight fighting at heavyweight. Dude, I'm telling you for Mike, it's not because these guys are so fast and they hit so hard. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if we saw a finish in the middleweight bout tonight between Tyler Call and Nosworthy.
How about Brandon Mendez making the debut, the first amputee since the first ever Fierce FC show in 2016. I was corrected by Cody Bunderson. There has been one amputee compete. It was the very first event ever at Fierce Fighting Championship, but the first time in 9 years, historic for the guy out of Agima. And
I am super excited to see Brandon Mendez, somebody that I've trained alongside of, and don't sleep on the fact that this kid lost his arm over in Afghanistan. This is no slouch, no excuses. That kid puts in the work, and he brings it every time. Purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
You've trained with
probably
him.
Pretty close to his brown belt.
He got his brown belt,
yeah,
actually.
He's got his brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I mean, this guy is very well-rounded, and he's all effort inside the gym and makes zero excuses for losing his arm.
I went to an open mat at Sierra because you guys do a striking open mat, which I thought was insane, by the way, because I'm telling you, if we did a striking open mat at Elite, it would not go well. But it was so controlled and so good. But I saw him in the corner. I was with the bigger guys, right? He's smaller than I am. And I was like, who is this guy sparring with freaking one arm? He's got like a glove wrapped around his nub, and he's fighting guys.
Oh, yeah.
And he's good.
I've seen him in the weight room. He's got an attachment. He bench presses. He does everything that you can do with 2 arms. That kid is doing no excuses. I love that kid.
That is awesome.
I want to talk a little bit about Lucas Pino, the final man to make the walk this evening. If he pulls off another performance like he did in May, in which he came away with that emphatic finish, what is this guy's ceiling?
I mean, the sky's the limit for this kid if he can come out with another emphatic finish tonight. Bring the roof off. Let's get him back in here.
There's just so much opportunity in the sport of kickboxing or just striking in general now that karate combat has gotten so big, right? And so when these guys start racking up wins and they start getting finish after finish, you have to ask yourself, what is the next step? Like if these guys aren't necessarily interested in MMA, that's the next spot that you go. And it's going to be really cool to see some homegrown Utah talent go up to that level. Of course, the first person from Utah to compete, Marco Sanchez, perhaps we'll have some more in the future.
Cannot wait to see that. I really do like that. Subscribing to the idea that maybe a karate combat is in the future for some of these guys who are starting to build their name inside of this ring. It's a really, really nice domain for these guys to put together a career in the striking.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see that Utah has this platform, that we're having matches like that alongside of the MMA bouts, and we get to see these fighters blossom right before our eyes.
So much to look forward to as we look forward to October 3rd, live in Salt Lake City. Fierce Fighting Championship 43, headlined by heavyweight Mike Jones. We just talked about it a little bit. Andrew, I know that's your guy in the training room. What was the decision-making to get this guy to bulk up to face a guy like Ruben Roundstone?
We have been, Mike and I talk all the time. Like, I've probably been his main training partner for this fight. We've been training multiple times per week, lots of hard sparring rounds between him and I. Which are not fun, by the way. The beginning of the camp is fun, and then Mike starts to lock in, and the rounds stop being fun, right? He had opponent after opponent after opponent fall out. We just couldn't get him matched. It was just guy after guy, and so Zach called and said, you want to go to heavyweight? And to quote Jeremy Horn, he said, don't be a...
Thank you. There's a camera right there. You got a hot microphone. My man. Thank you.
Don't be a sissy. Take the fight. And so Mike said, all right, I'm going to do it, coach. But this is the thing. Mike is big. He's strong. He's super fast. He's one of the few guys who I would say, I don't really think it matters. And here's something that's really interesting. If Mike is able to get the finish in this fight, he will have had 4 knockouts in 4 different weight classes fighting in mixed martial arts.
He has been unbelievable. It's crazy to think that he used to make welterweight relatively, I wouldn't say easily in the past couple years, but early on he was a welterweight.
And that's crazy to see because he's not a small guy. He's a big guy. I've stood next to him. He's not. I'm surprised he makes 185.
Dude, that guy looks at a weight and he starts packing on the muscle.
Yeah,
he's just one of those guys.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Solid.
Mike Jones, Ruben Roundstone, Josiah Simpson, Chris Drew. We talked about it right before we turned on the lights for this show. Josiah Simpson put on maybe the performance of the year, the fight of the year, probably the silver medalist in that one. What he did in April is the reason that we are all looking forward to seeing him again.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that fight, super excited about Josiah. Chris Chu, another guy that we've seen. He's been taking fights out of state. The last couple fights, I believe, he's had out of state. I mean, this guy is active. He's tough as nails. What a great co-main event.
It's a phenomenal fight. Josiah Alden Ashcraft, look, Alden is like the boogeyman of Utah as far as sparring rooms are concerned. Nobody wants to spar with him. He comes in, he whoops everybody's ass. It's rough, and every round with him is really hard, right? He fought Josiah, landed his best shots, and Josiah wouldn't go away. Very similar to how Chris Chu fights as well.
Exactly.
He's like a zombie. Chris Chu reminds me of the Korean zombie locally here in Utah, and it's going to be a good one, man.
We don't see Jerome Hatch as much on these Fierce cards like we did in maybe 2022 and 2023.
Yeah.
Chris Chu is kind of the next guy up in terms of the durability factor. Him, Hannah Silva, these fighters that just keep taking damage and find windows to win in the entireties of their careers. It's been unbelievable.
Carson Hardman, you could put him up there with all those guys, man. He just keeps coming forward, and he wins, and he finds a way to win.
How about Nate Ayers, Chris Ventura? Again, another fight going on October 3rd, live from FightCon in Salt Lake City. That one just got made, and it was so special we had to make an individual post about it.
Yeah, I love that fight. I know we kicked it around a few months ago. We kind of talked about that being a possibility, and I love that matchup. Both young, both super athletic, both good striking. Great, phenomenal matchup that could probably headline a card.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger. I keep looking at the lineup from the fights in October, and I'm like, okay, finish, probably a finish, probably a finish, probably a the whole night's going to be finishes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a phenomenal card.
How about Julian Ruiz, David Kim, Ruben Rivera? We were talking about him a little bit earlier. He was electric in July in Price, Utah. Andrew, we called that one together, and he is so special. Can't wait to see him as well.
I like him. He's sitting right behind us. He's sitting right up here. I'm pointing at him.
Yeah, there he is, right there.
So Ruben is he's the dark horse of Utah MMA, in my opinion. I think out of everybody in the state, in my opinion, and I'm biased, I don't care though, I think Ruben has the highest ceiling. From what we've seen, dude, people don't want to fight him already. I kind of know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm sure as you guys do too. The people who turn down fights with him are guys who have 4, 5, 6 fights. Nobody wants to fight this kid. He fought a guy that Mike Jones was cornering, and I talked to Mike Jones on the way home, and he said, what am I supposed to say, man? That kid's a buzzsaw. Mike never says that about anybody, right? So when you have the likes of Mike Jones and Jeremy Horn going, hey, that kid's pretty damn tough, that kid's pretty damn tough.
How about Julian Ruiz, David Kim back as well? David Kim really investing into this camp so that he can get in the win column.
I see both of those guys after coming off losses stepping up their game in the room to get better. Really excited to see both those guys step back in the cage.
You know what's exciting about David Kim? And I know he's a close friend of yours. His first loss, he took over a year out of the sport, correct?
Yes. Well,
17
almost.
Months?
It was, I'm so sorry, just doing the math in my head right now, 10 months away.
Okay.
But then it was another year and a half after that.
Okay, so a long time. He's not doing that this time.
Nope.
He took his loss, and it was a knockout loss, so it's a hard loss to bounce back from, right? And he's getting right back after it, and that's what you want to see. David Kim is another one of those guys. When I was at Steel Fist, and I was watching the fights with Amy, and I was asking, who do you think? And she said David Kim. David Kim is our guy along with Logan Taylor, and she named a few of other guys. But David Kim was at the top of that list of these are our special guys. They believe in him. I believe in him too. He's a very special talent.
Tickets on sale now. FierceFightingChampionship.com, October 3rd. Fierce FC 43, going to be one to remember. Really follows up the Maverick Center show nicely. Really close in terms of the quality of a card. We'll want to get your general admission tickets to that as well as FightCon. Some big names still to come. We talked about them upcoming. Brandon Mendez, Lucas Pino. Who are some of the names that you think get the biggest pop as they make the walk throughout the rest of this night?
Well, I think Tyler Call's going to get a huge pop out of Agima. They always, I bet 2/3 of the crowd are just Agima crowd. So I would say when Tyler Call works out, he's going to get a pretty big pop.
That was going to be my bet as well. I think that Tyler Call is going to by far have the biggest pop when he walks out here. It's going to be really exciting.
So many fun names still to come. 3 kickboxing matches. Thank you for spending some time in the R&R Barbecue broadcast booth. Jason Laporte, Andrew Boquette, been doing an incredible job all evening long. Same can be said about the guy inside the center, Jackson Hoops. Let's kick it to him.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is brought to you by Prime Labs, the official lab partner of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next 2 fighters, Fernando Perez and then Brandon Mendez, to the ring.
New backdrop for Cedar City's Fernando Perez. Andrew, been a couple of years away from competition, got married, became a dad, and now an opportunity to see where his striking lines up.
I feel it, man. That's a lot of stuff going on to be wanting to get back in there and fight. And it's good to see him coming back after all that. It's awesome.
Fernando Perez's first time fighting outside of a southern Utah setting. We'll see him in his kickboxing debut. What a walkout for Brandon Mendez. Jason, a guy who served in the Marine Corps from 2005 to 2008, deployed to Iraq as an infantryman in 2007. He endured a severe injury from a suicide bomber, which led to losing his left hand. It has not stopped him in any way. 9 years of jiu-jitsu, 5 years of striking, and is an inspiration to us all.
Yeah, I love this kid. I love everything about him. Like I said earlier, this guy, no excuses. He's going to come in here. He's going to give it his all. One of the hardest workers in the gym. Brown belt in jiu-jitsu, has been working on his striking since I've known him for the last 4 or 5 years. And he's a Marine.
Here's your tail of the tape, courtesy of R&R Barbecue. 11 years separate them. Perez holds the 4-inch edge in height. Both tip at the championship rim as the kickboxing debut commences for these two. All right, set and stage. To the center we go once again is Jackson.
Fierce fans, this fight is an amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Empire MMA, hailing from Cedar City, Utah, Fernando Perez. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Agima, Jiu-Jitsu, and MMA, hailing from West Jordan, Utah, by way of Riverside, California. Brandon One Hand Havoc Mendez. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Special one at 155, Brandon Mendez throws in the red gloves. Fernando Perez counters in the blue. This lightweight bout is brought to you by Prime Labs, the official lab partner of Fierce FC.
I used to live in Riverside, California.
Did you?
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. That's funny. It's not nice.
So just a note, the Pete Swazo Utah Athletic Commission did confirm that Mendez can throw with that left limb since it is gloved.
Man, this is going to be a tough matchup. Mendez is at such a length disadvantage.
Yeah,
here
the length too.
Mendez has got to throw back. He's got to throw back.
There it is. It's coming.
Perez populates a lot of punches early on round 1.
And you know, it's interesting to me.
There he goes. Now he's starting to move a little bit.
Jason, do you know, is this his first outing in a combat sport?
This is, yes. Well, like I said, brown belt in jiu-jitsu, the guy's
right.
no slouch in the room.
It's interesting to me that the guys over at Sierra chose for kickboxing to be his first
He's actually gone down to Agima now.
Okay.
He's not at Sierra anymore, but there's a nice overhand by Brandon.
Seen a lot of kicks utilized
I was
early
going
on
to say,
for him.
there's just such a disadvantage with him not having that one arm in a kickboxing setting.
And being at a length disadvantage, too.
But far be it from me to argue with Dane in court. They wouldn't take the fight if they didn't think their fighter could win.
No.
So.
And listen, like I said, nobody trains harder in the gym than Brandon.
Again, did this because he said that there have been plenty who have done it before. He has so many that he has looked up to in terms of amputees who have competed in a combat setting, wanted to do the same. Brandon Mendez rounding out his first round.
Clearly been training with Joel Harrell with the spinning attacks there, as you see Joel in his corner.
You know, it reminds me of the name that rings the bell is Nick Newell.
Yep.
Right? Back in the day fighting. It's really interesting. I've been teaching kids martial arts for the past 20 years almost now, which is crazy to even think about. But I had a student one time who he was born with the same thing that Nick Newell was born with, where he was missing part of his arm, and I showed him. The kid was like 7 years old, and I showed him Nick, and the excitement on this kid's face. Yeah. It's so cool to have that representation, like what he's doing in there, right? It's really important.
It's awesome. It's awesome to see. And he had some moments there. He threw a nice high kick.
I know, right as I said, he's at such a disadvantage. He landed a freaking overhand bomb.
No, he told me about his squad leader during his time in the Marines, Sergeant Eric Morante, an above-the-knee amputee boxer who held the title for the National Amputee Boxing Association, who has been such an inspiration to him. Jason, you talked about Joel Harrell being a key piece to him getting inside of that ring tonight as well. We will see round number 2 as Fernando Perez has put together a solid first 2 minutes.
I think Brandon, when he starts to utilize those leg kicks, throwing that overhand. Nice leg kick by Brandon.
More clusters by the Cedar City fighter. Really keeping Mendez at range. A nice clock on the chin as well.
Oh, there it is. Nice left hook by Brandon.
Again, Fernando Perez already a 1-1 MMA fighter. Nice spinning attack by the Provo fighter.
Mendez has got to get a little bit more offense going here. He's just not doing enough for Perez to respect him.
And Perez really keeping Mendez at range with his strikes to the lower section this time around, Andrew.
Yeah, and a beautiful right hand there by Perez.
Yeah, Brandon's got to get outside. He can't stay on the outside of Perez. You can hear the corner trying to call for the right head kick. I would think Brandon knows that's coming. That's probably the one thing if they're training for something. You can see Joel over in the corner. They want him to come forward. He can't stay in the corner like this.
More punches put together in the corner. Mendez wearing it well, but Fernando Perez solid with his striking through the first 2 rounds.
Joel is imploring Mendez to come forward, but easier said than done.
To the 3rd round we go. Fernando Perez looking solid so far through 4 minutes. We'll see if Empire MMA can put together their first win of the evening. Both of Fernando's MMA bouts have gone to the decision. We'll see if this one follows suit. Just about 2 minutes remaining in this one. Told me that he scouted out Brandon a bit and said that he believes that he'll be the heavier hitter, but subscribed to it being a good fight. Lots of volume on his end.
Yeah, a lot of volume right now from Perez. He's using his length. He's doing everything he needs to do to keep Brandon at bay. You've seen once Brandon gets inside, he throws a couple overhands. He's able to connect. Perez is basically negating that, not letting him get into a rhythm.
You know, and we should say respect to Fernando Perez for taking the fight.
Yeah.
A lot of guys would not accept a fight against someone who is an amputee. It's tough because if you lose, you look bad. If you win, you might not look great either. And so it puts the fighter in a tough spot. So all respect to him for, giving Brandon Mendez an opportunity to compete.
I think it's Brandon's wife's up there yelling at him. He's going to be sleeping on the couch tonight if he doesn't start throwing some shots back.
Always good to have Jason Laporte, a former teammate of Brandon Mendez, on this. Quick slip by the Cedar City striker. Back to the action we go. A tight guard posed by Mendez. And now, like you've mentioned throughout the entirety of this fight, Andrew, just keeping that guard tight in order to get into range and piece together some punches.
It's just so hard, man, when you know that the other fighter, all of their offense is going to come from one side.
Yes.
It's really, really difficult to catch anybody sleeping.
If he gets close enough, he can land that left, though, and it's not going to feel good, I promise you.
We did see one spinning attack in round number 2 by Mendez. Joel Haro spoke to me a bit about some of the things he's looking forward to do, as we did lose the glove on that one. Quick slip out by Mendez. They'll get it back on. Tyler Tomlinson taking care of the fighter in there. 65 ticks to go, round number 3.
See Brandon with the 0311 tattoo on his back. Shout out to all the Marine Corps grunts.
We'll resume action. Just heard from Mendez's boxing coach that he's got to do something right now. Bite down on that mouthpiece and piece together something.
Oh, lands 2 good right hands back to back there. That's what he needs.
Perez just been one step ahead for so much of this fight. Looks solid in the stand-up. That's the reason he took this bout in the first place, to really start to piece together his striking and focus solely on it.
A little better third round for Brandon. He's being a little more active, letting his hands go, letting his feet go.
Yeah, Perez is fighting a pretty good conservative game here. He's not. He knows he's ahead. He's not overextending himself. Kind of popping Brandon at the end of his jabs.
Big nice clocking shot lands for Mendez late round 3. One of the better strikes of the fight.
That was a nice overhand by Brandon.
Lots of fans on their feet for that one. Brandon Mendez, certainly a fan favorite, and how can you not with what he pieced together? Again, a historic fight. First amputee since 2016 to compete at Fierce FC. And Andrew really looks solid, given that, like we talked about tactically throughout the fight, has a disadvantage.
He looked great, and it's not a small disadvantage. It's a massive disadvantage, right? He looked good. It's just that there were things that he wasn't able to do. I want to see him in a situation where he can grapple. And I know I've been talking about MMA all night, but this guy's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. Like, again, back to Nick Newell, that's how he won all his fights. He got guys to the ground and he strangled them, right?
I don't like to bring in my own personal training into these broadcasts, but I've trained with Brandon and been a partner of his many a times. And he is an absolute savage grappler. His submission game is unbelievable. It's why so many people were excited to see him in the big gloves.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's where I'd like to see him compete next. As much as the experience is great, it's just, I feel like it's a little bit dangerous when you can't protect yourself on one side of your head. But as far as an MMA fight is concerned, that's where I'd really love to see Brandon next. That being said, all respect to Fernando Perez. Really good fight on his part. Stayed really composed. When Brandon started to finally land some shots, he didn't get it overly excited. He just stayed calm, stayed composed, kept his defense up, and did what he needed to do to win the fight.
All right, to deliver the decision, let's go to Jackson.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Fernando Perez.
Fernando, great performance tonight. How you feeling after a big victory?
Feels good. Get back in the fighting, and yeah.
It's been a few years since we've seen you in the cage. Did you expect the fight to go that way?
Yeah, we just knew he was going to be a tough opponent, and we worked really hard.
Well, congratulations on a big win. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Fernando Perez. Take your mouthpiece out? Huh? No. All right, I'm here with Brandon Mendez. Brandon, great performance tonight. You're like a brother to me, man. Talk to me. How you feeling after that?
I feel great. I feel great. I'm glad I did it, and it's my first, but not my last for sure.
Well, you just answered my next question. If we were going to see you back in here, is it going to be in the ring or is it going to be in the cage?
I want to go back to the gym, talk to my coaches, see what they think. But I love the sport, and I'm definitely going to do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my man, Brandon Mendez.
I just want to thank my first of all, God for giving me a second chance at life. Thank my coaches, my family and friends. My family's live streaming in California, y mi familia en Venezuela, Perú y Chile. Lo quiero mucho. Thank you.
Semper Fi, brother.
Here at Rocky Mountain Power, we're dedicated to delivering the safe, reliable power you count on. We're proud of our industry-leading reliability, but we're always pushing to do better. That's why we're out working every day to ensure that everything is operating smoothly and ready for all seasons, from winter weather to summer heat and everything in between. It's all part of honoring our commitment to you and delivering the power you need. See how we make it happen at rockymountainpower.net/reliability.
Hey Fierce fans, Kimball Davis here with Prime Labs. We are now the official lab testing partner for all of Fierce Fighting Championships fighters. We provide a combat trio for all fighters across the Wasatch Front, as well as if you want to get in the best shape like one of your favorite fighters, we provide many comprehensive blood panels. All you have to do is click on the link or text 385-645-7400.
Whether you're a fighter or just someone that wants to take charge of their own care and looking to address a lack of sleep, fat gain, or even muscle growth, Prime Labs has different panels for all financial situations. So please shoot us a text at 385-645-7400, scan the QR code, or please go to the website and come check us out.
So Brandon Mendez says that he wants to come back and do it again. Jason, your thoughts?
There we go. Now my mic's on. I would love to see him in the cage because I think he would have more of an advantage being in the cage. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's no slouch on the ground. We saw that distance management is hard for somebody like that when you only got half an arm there. I think it translates better in the cage, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I said it just when you were in there. That's what Blake and I were talking about. Basically exactly what you just said. And Blake is telling me how talented he is in jiu-jitsu. I'd really like to see him fight in that medium.
You've rolled with him
I've rolled with him before, and I've been choked out with that nub on the side of your neck. It does not feel good when he gets that because he is very strong. Like I said, brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He can grab your heel. He can heel hook you. Don't not sleep on Brandon.
Respectfully saying, and I've told him this myself, it feels like a rock. It's painful.
It is. He stuck it on the side of my neck. This is when I first started. I'll give him fits now. I hope you heard that, Brandon. But he gets that on the side of your neck and wraps the other round around, and my neck was sore for 6 weeks after that.
So much fun still to be had. A couple of bouts. Co-main and main event on deck. Tyler Call, Nosworthy, Chidera Egwu, and Lucas Pino. We talked about a lot about Lucas Pino. But, guys, Chidera Egwu hasn't been training for too long out of Syndicate MMA, but that is the place to go if you want to get a win at Fierce Fighting Championship. And who's in his corner tonight? Nasir Davis.
That guy's pretty good.
He's pretty good. That kid is pretty good. It seems like every time we see somebody up here from Syndicate, they just blow the roof off of this place. They bring it.
To get the sponsorship and the endorsement of a guy like Nasir Davis, that says a million things without ever competing in here.
Yeah, I mean, look, Nasir's probably, people don't always think about this, right? Nasir is a full-time fighter who also has a full-time job, right? And so, I don't know that for sure, but I would assume, like most people who are trying to make their mark on the sport, Nasir's probably got to work full-time. He's got to train full-time, if not more than full-time, and he's fighting. So for him to take the time out to come out here and help out his teammate, yeah, it does mean a lot.
Nasir Davis, he has been so special inside that Fierce cage, coming away with a win over Hava Nathan Owens at that Maverick Center card that was so special. And, man, we got all sorts of fans in here. Zeke Latu is in Salt Lake City supporting the fans and the fighters of Fierce Fighting Championship. Whole bunch of support from so many amateurs. Thought we lost music for just a second. Yeah, Kent Mafileo here as well. House. Great work by our team over at Pat's Media. They have done such a great job throughout the entirety of the evening. Paul Anderson, RV Burgos, as well as Rudy Rodriguez, all manning cameras, not to mention our man Moses in the back with Ryan Piccolo and Aiden, who have all done such a great job throughout this evening. We have had to stretch, we have had to be quick, and throughout the entirety of it, they have minded their P's and Q's out of Pat's Media in Price, Utah. Tyler Call, Nosworthy, out of Extreme Couture, the Las Vegas prospect, 7-7 in MMA, also has a Muay Thai bout tonight, completes the trifecta with a kickboxing debut.
Yeah, like I said, that's probably the most experienced duo we have, matchup we have of the night, with the experience that both of these guys have in MMA and in kickboxing and Muay Thai.
And for anyone wondering what the delay is, I'm hearing that there is shin guards that need to be placed on the fighters. If one fighter says that they want shin pads, both of them need to have them. So I think we had to pull them out because we haven't seen them yet throughout the entire evening, so they were probably put away somewhere.
They probably heard some of the guys coming back there with some sore shins and said, hey, I want to put the shin guards on.
It's interesting. I didn't know this was a rule until my last fight. They put pro gloves. I was fighting amateur, obviously. They put pro gloves on me. They said, is this fine? I looked at Jeremy Horn. He said, of course it's fine. In my head, I'm like, dude, these are pretty small. And so I didn't realize if both people agree, you can kind of wear whatever you want as long as both parties want to do it.
Ready to go blow for blow. Tyler Call, Nosworthy. Let's bring them out.
Fierce fans, our co-main event of the evening is brought to you by Rockwell Watches, the official watch and sunglasses of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our next two fighters, Nosworthy and then Tyler Call to the ring.
2 weeks to prep was no issue for Nosworthy Andrew. A sole-tracked focus on training. I hear he lives in the gym over at Extreme Couture, hence his activity. A kickboxing debut tonight, but like just mentioned, a 1-0 record in Muay Thai, 7-7 in MMA.
I mean, that's a good gym to be training out of, man. Extreme Couture guy is pretty tough.
Yep, Extreme Couture, same thing as Syndicate. These guys coming up from Vegas, they always bring it.
15 fights between MMA and Muay Thai at just 22 years old. A high ceiling for a young prospect in a sport that favors the youth. Nosworthy, out of Las Vegas, he will await Tyler Call. First trip to a ring for Tyler Call. Jason, he has been a staple for middleweights for years at this point. Now interested to see him just throw strikes.
Yeah, guy that comes in here, always brings it, tough as nails, and will bring the fight tonight to Nosworthy.
Yeah, Andrew been coaching striking for years at this point alongside the Agima fight team. That has always been his strong suit. We'll see if he can put all that volume together in there this evening.
Yeah, and there's a lot of extra pressure on you when you're a coach to come in here and perform. Something people don't always appreciate, but if you're out there and you're coaching striking, when you come in here, you better be able to strike.
Let's see what jumps off the film at 185. Worthy, 7 years younger than Call, who holds the height advantage. 186 for the two with some kickboxing debuts in the co-main. Cue cards are in hand with Jay.
Fierce fans, this fight is an amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Extreme Couture MMA, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, Nos Escalade Worthy. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 184 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Agima Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, hailing from Spanish Fork, Utah, by way of Boise, Idaho, Tyler 911 Call. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Co-main for Tyler Call, he wears red gloves. Nosworthy challenges in the blue. This amateur middleweight kickboxing bout is brought to you by Rockwell, designers of the official Champions Watch at Fierce FC.
Nosworthy had quite a few people here coming from Extreme Couture.
Such a supportive gym. We saw some action from them at Bear Lake a couple of weeks ago. Xiaoya Luo, as well as Brayton Jorgensen, Tony Garcia as well, coming away with victories. We'll see if Nosworthy can follow suit a couple of weeks later. Big blow to the breadbasket early on for Worthy.
Worthy with good defense on the escape there.
Closing in distance quickly. Fast action by the Extreme Couture combatant.
Nosworthy landed some great shots on the way in there.
Yeah, he did.
Tyler Cole landed a short right hand as Nosworthy closed the distance.
Over in the corner, Tyler Call putting together a whole lot of volume. Last one landed right on the button, Jason.
Yeah, it did. Trying to see if Worthy was maybe a little hurt or if he's just playing a little possum.
I think he was just trying to be defensive, but I think too many of those shots were getting through. You're going to have to move. You can't just sit there and block punches like that.
Back out stretches, short for Worthy. Trying to reach out and hit that midsection once again of Call.
Seen a lot of southpaws tonight.
Couple of nice fast combos by Worthy to close out round number 1.
Yeah, Worthy might have a slight speed advantage.
Good moments by both. Pretty even.
Tough round to score.
Super tough. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Worthy landed some big shots in the beginning. Tyler had him up against the corner, landed a few big shots. Yeah, good luck if you're a judge.
Tyler Call always has a bounty of punches and kicks that he throws, has a distinct ability to evade oncoming attacks. We've seen him face some real buzzsaws and some active fighters, but he has always been able to mitigate their offense and come away with victories. Competed for amateur titles in the past, and like we talked about at the top of the show, this is likely the last one as an amateur. He wants to get this one and graduate to the pro ranks.
Yeah, I don't hate it at all.
Tyler Call, A-grade cardio coupled with his stand-up abilities. On the other side of things, Nosworthy, he's won 4 out of his last 5 when you include the Muay Thai win he had a couple of months ago. Looking to do it once again as he is red hot headed into round number 2. Those shin pads really pick up the decibels as well, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely they do. Punishing roundhouse kick there by Nas.
Right after 1-2 down the middle from him too, so he's landing on Call early in the second round. You heard Worthy's corner say you're faster than him.
I think I would concur. Tyler has done his best work by far when he's been going forward. If he's going to want to have success, I think that's what he needs to do here.
I think he's listening to you. He just went.
It's like the apex in here, I swear. They hear all of this.
Nice team.
Now Tyler's trying to pick it up. Yeah, just like I was saying, man, when he comes forward, he lands really good shots.
Solid feint by him to land that front kick to the body, and now a clocking shot as well.
Nice
over to the chin of Call.
And nice combinations from Call. Avoid a nice little short left check hook by Call too.
And again, all of this offense, really good shot by Nas landed there. All of this offense by Tyler, oh my goodness. That right hook by Nas has landed hard twice. All of the good offense that Tyler's generated has been from him pushing the fight forward.
Yeah, and so far Worthy's had an answer for everything that Call has thrown. You like that? Call.
Oh, okay.
Answer.
I see.
Both guys pieced it together so well here in round number 2. Call goes back to that front kick as Worthy aims up top.
And these rounds are tough to score because both fighters having moments.
Definitely. It looked for a moment like Tyler was going to run away with it.
Yeah.
But then Tyler started landing some big shots. I think that round I'm going to go Tyler. Or I'm sorry, Nas.
I would have to see slight edge with Nas on that one.
He's been so good over the past couple of years. Again, just 22 years of age, and is getting his reps in over and over and over again. There really hasn't been a lull in his amateur career. That all being said, looks solid as we head into round number 3. Typically likes to drape his weight over his opponents, really is a grappling heavy type MMA fighter, but we're not seeing that this evening. We're seeing him really piece together his combinations well.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's doing this, is to see if, hey, can I keep that distance? Can I land some shots from outside? Competitive fight.
I was looking through Nosworthy's previous opponents. It looked like he actually won a title competing in Muay Thai a little while back.
So the only Muay Thai on paper is that 1-0, which I do believe it was for a title. I don't know if it was maybe a tournament style, and the only one that ends up and populates online is maybe the one that is for a title. Sometimes those.
Yeah.
Aiming high once again, a top shelf kick by Nosworthy early round 3.
Nas's back leg roundhouse kick is money, man. That and his right hook, in my opinion, are his 2 most dangerous weapons here.
He's got Tyler backing up this round.
Really mixing in the landing zones well early on. Nosworthy, Tyler Call, getting his shin pads back in order. Nice trip lands for Call. Just over a minute to go in this 3rd and final round. A couple more close quarters hits land for Call on the chin of Worthy.
Every time I think somebody's pulling ahead, the other one just starts firing back.
Just about to say, how competitive is this one, fellas?
Super competitive. And again, every single time that Tyler goes forward, he lands shots. Beautiful little combination. Pull back right hand by Tyler Call there.
Really puzzle piecing together. Late round 3, Tyler Call trying to steal this one off the scorecards.
Oh, big shots by Worthy now.
Oh, big shots landing here on the inside.
And this could come down to these last 20 seconds right now. Both fighters giving it their all in this 3rd round.
Both middleweights going blow for blow. Nosworthy active. Similar situation for Tyler Call, who ejects his way out of that attack. What a fight.
That was a good one.
Tough one. That's going to be a tough one to call.
Thin margins, fellas.
Very thin margins. I felt, I know Tyler had his moments in that 3rd round, but I had slight edge to Worthy. I felt like the first 2 minutes were pretty much all Worthy. Tyler did a lot of damage in that last minute, but I felt like Worthy the last 2 rounds.
I agree with you. Yeah, if I had to pick, I'm going Nosworthy on this one. A good fight from both of these guys. They both held it down. You know, Tyler definitely absolutely had his moments. Only critique I would say is he went backwards a little too much. If he would have gone forward a little more, might have been a different outcome. But, you know, that's easy for me to say when I'm sitting here not getting kicked in the body.
You've talked about Tyler Call, and we've talked about specifically, you know, these are his last days as an amateur most likely. What do you think he does well as he gets ready and prepared to go pro?
What do I think he needs to do? Or?
No. What do you think he does well, and what do you think gets him ready for the professional ring?
He's got really good. He's very good at reading. So when he was throwing his shots, he wasn't just like leaning his head forward, right? He would throw shots, but then he would still have enough wherewithal to be able to move his head, get out of the way of punches. That's really important. Really in MMA, it's super important because in kickboxing, when you have these bigger gloves, you can kind of take more shots, right? With those little gloves, though, that's not the case. So I really like his awareness when he's fighting, and that speaks to his maturity as a fighter.
Made his amateur debut in 2020, and since that time, he has put together some incredible winning streaks as well as performances. We remember back in September of 2023, a fight of the night, an unforgettable one against Lane Dalton, who now contests for the Fierce FC Amateur Welterweight title in just a couple of weeks, live from FightCon. Looks like we're ready to go. Inside the hoops we go.
Fierce fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Nos Escalade Worthy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Nos Worthy. You come in here tonight from Vegas. You get a big victory against the hometown guy. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. I'm blessed. Yahweh is good.
Yeah, you guys were going back and forth, trading shots. We were talking about it on the broadcast. We had no idea how to judge that fight because at one moment you were landing shots. At one moment he was landing shots. Is that how you expected the fight to go?
About that. I'm not really a striker, so I came here to work on my striking. Like, not rely on my wrestling, my grappling. So forced me to stand up. So my striking is sloppy. So we're working on it. Me and my cousin go back to the drawing board, get it right.
So are we going to see you back up here in the Fierce Fighting Championship cage next time?
If the people want to see me, I'm here. Yeah.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Nos Worthy. Congratulations.
He's fun to watch fight, isn't he?
One of the best we've ever seen in the history of Fierce Fighting Championship. What a summer for the Park City Fighter.
You hear my coach October, I'm ready to get back in here.
Who's the Utah boogeyman now, huh?
He knew how tough he was.
It's just brute strength by T. Vigil. Dominant performance. Changes the course of his career 2 in a row.
Boogeyman who? Boogeyman who?
So it seems as though Nos Worthy has picked up a few Utah fans after that performance, as he will move to 1-0 as a kickboxer. Chidera Egwu trying to do so as well alongside Lucas Pino, who looks for his second.
Fierce fans, our main event is sponsored by R&R Barbecue, the official food vendor of Fierce Fighting Championship. Please welcome our final 2 fighters, Chidera Egwu and then Lucas Pino, to the ring.
What a day. What a way to debut in a main event. Here is Chidera Egwu. Andrew, only about a half a year of training, but comes from a top camp that can't seem to lose in Utah.
Yeah, man, Syndicate kind of burns my butt a little bit, man. Those guys win a lot of fights out here.
They do win a lot of fights.
They are 9-2 at Fierce since January of 2024 when we started to keep track. Chidera Egwu made the amateur MMA team at Syndicate after 4 months of training. Quite impressive for him as he debuts alongside Lucas Pino. And again, Nasir Davis, who has lit up this Fierce stage so many times, in his corner tonight. Well, he had the fans in a frenzy the last time he competed. Now back for more is Lucas Pino. Jason, it took just 90 seconds to notch in the win column last time out.
And there's a reason he's got the crowd on their feet right now. Highlight reel knockout his last one. He's got a tough fight. I mean, we don't know what Eagle's going to bring tonight, but he's got the blessing of the syndicate, guys. This is going to be a great fight.
Final tail of the tape at 170 pounds, powered by R&R Barbecue. Pino, 8 years older, also stands 2 inches taller. A 1 pound divide on the dish. 1-0 for the hometown headliner as Egg Woo does this for the first time. All right, ready to get back inside and set the table. Here's Hoops.
Fierce fans, this is your main event. This fight is an amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds in the welterweight division. Now, one more time, I need everybody here in Salt Lake City, Utah, from the upper suites to ringside. Put your hands together and make some noise. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur kickboxing debut. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Syndicate MMA, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, Chidera the Panther Egwu. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, making his holding an amateur kickboxing record of 1 win and 0 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of the Pit SLC, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah, Lucas Pino. When the fight begins, the referee in charge, Tyler Tomlinson.
Back at the Masonic Temple is Lucas Pino in red gloves, Chidera Egwu, the Las Vegas prospect who's got blue gloves. This amateur welterweight kickboxing bout is powered by R&R Barbecue, the official food vendor of Fierce FC.
Look at that stare down.
Again, Pino coming away with a 90-second KO over David Knutson in May of this year. Trying to make magic once again at the Masonic Temple. Chidera Egwu has different plans.
Where are the real middleweights at, huh?
He's fun to watch fight.
Big time swings already by Pino.
We might not need judges tonight, guys.
Eagle's coming out fast tonight.
We've had one finish, trying to look for another one. Egwu welcomes the mayhem.
Here, Eagle's corner telling him to settle down. He came rushing out there.
Such a fast start, and Pino with so much power in his hands.
Eagle's doing a good job here, though, of staying close, because Pino is so long, dude. Like, look how long his limbs are. This is exactly what Egwu needs to be doing.
Massive swing, really going for that home run hit right now, Andrew.
Yeah, he definitely is. Man.
Pino's trying to send us home early tonight.
I think he needs to take about 20% off those shots.
Quick trip as Egwu tried to close distance.
Some big deep breaths there by Egwu before he got off the mat.
Oh, he just got caught with a big overhand.
Nice knee up the middle for Pino.
Yeah, Pino's trying to finish Egwu. Yeah, Egwu, I think that first fight jitters, he's breathing pretty hard already.
Yeah, definitely does not have a good posture here. Body language saying you see what I'm saying there, Jason?
Does not look good.
No, it doesn't.
With less than 30 seconds left in the first round.
A frantic start. Yeah. No feeling out process whatsoever. Pino gets one down the pipe.
And Pino's going to be all over him.
Lunging inside for a knee.
And
he'll land that one.
And he's still landing good shots.
He's still landing great shots. Maybe he's playing a little bit of possum.
Closing this one out. Round 1, all action.
Yeah, all action. I mean, Eagle came out and landed some big shots. I mean, if it wasn't, or Pino, I mean, the body language, if the body language might have been a little bit different, you could see Shadira may have been able to give him that first round.
Yeah, I'm really interested here. We have Lucas Pino in his corner. Breathing deep for sure, but nothing uncommon for a fight. I really want to see Igwu and see how he's handling this between rounds because his body language did not look good. He got off the canvas really slow, kind of fell over into the ropes the second time he got up. You know, sometimes, especially those first fights, that adrenaline dump can be so bad that, you know, you come out and you just start swinging for the fences, and before you know it, your arms and your legs are filled up with acid and you can't move.
Pino, like mentioned earlier on, one of 3 to ever finish a fight in the big gloves at Fierce. Brandon Ramirez, Kane Iman, alongside himself, a small circle to be a part of. Round 2 we go.
Pino not really using a jab. All power shots so far.
How about another one for you, Jason?
Oh, my goodness. These guys are just throwing everything.
Question mark kick attempted. Egg Woo able to get in front of it.
There's a jab from Pino.
Some work to the body targeted by both.
Pino is just swinging for the fences.
He really is. He's not really setting anything up. He's just saying, I kind of want to just end this guy's night right now.
Called himself a sniper after the first one, trying to snipe another shot. About the halfway point of round number 2. No Talon Carvalho in the corner this evening for Pino. He is out in Colorado currently. Hope to see him back on a Fierce card sometime in the near future.
If Pino can put together some combinations here, he might be able to finish it.
He needs to slow down a little bit and throw some straight punches. Igwu mounting some offense of his own there.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously the body language is not looking good, but he's landing shots. There's opportunity here for him to steal this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not out of it. Whew. But
another
man, those
hook.
are a half inch away from landing, and that's going to be bad if they do. Good catch and return there from Pino. Great body shot there by Pino.
That one wide open to the midsection, as we will see a round 3. So Chidera Egwu competed in football and track in high school. He specialized in the 300-meter hurdle and the 110-meter hurdle. He is most certainly an athlete, and when we talk about not a lot of time in the room, he is an all-around athlete. We always talk about Andrew Mickelson and the way that he naturally picked it up. Seems like he is as well.
Oh, you can tell the kid's just a natural athlete. You can see it. I mean, yeah, the body language doesn't look good, but he is in this fight.
Told me he likes to study fights in his spare time. Debut looking good so far, but might have to dial it back, like you've mentioned, Andrew, in order to put together some clean combinations against a guy like Lucas Pino.
Yeah, I think that Egwu is definitely the more composed of the two fighters as far as picking their shots. That being said, Lucas Pino is hanging his hands all the way down by his hips.
Yeah.
So if Egwu can come forward, like double up on a jab and do an overhand right or something, I think he'll see some success here. That being said, he's running out of time.
I don't think we're going to see any combinations tonight from these two. I think they're both just trying to finish the fight.
The combination is overhand right, overhand
left.
right.
Let's just finish this fight. Let's go home.
Two minutes remain at Fierce Challenger Series 17. Blake O'Rulian, Andrew Boquette, Jason Laporte, along with you on the call. Happy to have you with us. Pino puts together a couple of nice ones. Hooks his way to 2 clean strikes. Table tipping for most.
Hands on the waist for Egwu.
Loading everything into these strikes right now, Andrew.
And now we're starting to see the combinations. Oh, he's tired.
Oh no, that might be the beginning of the end here. If Pino can start picking his shots.
Throw a little teep kick right up the middle, and now just when we think he's out, he comes back and he starts landing shots.
Bit of a blitz by the Syndicate fighter.
Man,
Absolutely exhausted is Egwu as he's now on the ropes.
I think that's just from pure exhaustion.
Yeah, I think so too.
Down is
And
Egwu.
he's shaking his head no. I don't think he's going to be getting back up. No, he's retiring here.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Just how about it? Lucas Pino, his power pops off again in Salt Lake City, 2-0 for the Salt Lake Fighter.
He capitalized. He smelled blood and he capitalized.
As he orchestrates the Salt Lake crowd to 2-0, Lucas Pino. How about another finish on the resume for him?
Very impressive, very impressive.
I gotta think there was some heavy adrenaline dumping going on that one. That was very much, in my opinion, more of an exhaustion than it was anything else. But hey, man, cardio is a weapon.
Most certainly is. Lucas Pino comes prepared and is now going to move to 2-0 emphatically with another knockout finish.
Is he the only person to have two
Yes.
finishes?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's Brandon Ramirez, Kane Iman, Eric Lazo, and now 2 for the man out of the pit SLC.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Chidera Egwu is still down on his knees. Seems as though he's okay, more so just getting his breath back. Seemingly exhausted, Andrew.
Yeah, man, it can be really, really hard. You know, when your heart rate gets all the way up there like that, your body starts to have some weird effects on your body. You can't breathe. You start to get all blue. You can't get oxygen to your fingers. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all.
So impressive by him to close the show. Let's hit it to hoops.
Fierce fans, referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 12 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by TKO, Lucas Pino.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with their winner, Lucas Pino. Man, dominant performance tonight. Did you expect him to come out as fast as he did?
I knew he watched my last one, and he knows you can't sit back and wait against me, so you got to come and do something. So he's a dog, but had to get him out of there.
So twice we've seen you in the ring. Twice you get a finish. What's next for you? Actually, you know what? Let's look at the big screen over here. I want you to walk me through this finish.
Shit. Shout out my coach, Julie, man. I heard him call it the left body kick with the right hand followed after. I saw him hunch over. Perfect level for that knee, so I planted it right in his gut.
Yeah, beautiful performance. What's next for you now? 2 big wins, 2 knockouts. Where do you go from here, man?
We're going to go back to the drawing board, work with them pit boys, and we'll see what's next.
Congratulations on another victorious. Give it up for your winner, Lucas Pino. Congratulations, man.
October 3rd and 4th, Fierce Fighting Championship. Be there. Make some noise!
Well, the kickboxing career is shaping up nicely as we welcome you into the Fierce Challenger Series 17 post-fight show presented by R&R Barbecue. Blake O'Rulian, Andrew Boquette, Jason Laporte with us as well. And fellas, a sensational night. Lots of big takeaways, lots of names that we're going to remember and hopefully see on some more cards. Jason, who stuck out to you?
Well, obviously, Brandon Mendez. I love Brandon Mendez, seeing what he's coming in there doing. And then Eric Lazo with the big finish looked super impressive. Those are 2. And then Arsha Hassimi, obviously I trained with that kid. I love him too. Great performance.
Yeah, for me, again, I've said it twice, but Jesus Gatorol. Like, I love the way that kid fights. I love how he entertains. He comes out. He's super exciting. That's got to be my pick for sure.
How about 2 finishes on this card? Like you mentioned, Eric Lazo, Lucas Pino doing what he just did as well. So impressive. An impressive lineup coming to FightCon in just a couple of weeks. 2 weeks from now, FightCon at the Salt Palace Convention Center. An incredible card, really shaping up nicely, Jason.
I love it. I can't wait.
Who are you looking forward to, my man?
Mike Jones, baby.
Mike Jones. Who?
Mike Jones. You got to go with Mike Jones, right? In my opinion, number 1 pound for pound. I don't know if he's still ranked as that. He should be if he's not. Number 1 pound for pound ranked fighter in Utah. Middleweight going all the way up to heavyweight. I think we're going to see a great result out of him. I'm not biased. Just kidding. I'm super biased because he's my teammate. Yeah. But he's the man, and he's the man for a reason. So that is by far, it's got to be everybody's pick.
Yeah, I mean, Josiah Simpson and Chris Chu, that's going to be a war. You got Julian Ruiz and David Kim stepping back in there. This stacked card from top to bottom. I cannot wait.
No, most definitely cannot wait for it. 2 weeks from today. Tickets on sale now at fiercefightingchampionship.com. Let's go ahead and head up to the wide shot, fellas. Massive thank you for watching Fierce Challenger Series 17. For our technical director, Moses Lemus, our graphics coordinator, Ryan Piccolo, and all of us here at Fierce Fighting Championship and Pats Media. Final time tonight. He's Andrew Boquette. He's Jason Laporte. I'm Blake O'Rourke saying see you on October 3rd.